Hey, Schmack-a-ma-gob, what's up, everybody? We're back. Me and Ian are back. And with me is Ian.
Oh, yeah! Grandpa's getting drunk early on a Sunday. That
Wait a
must mean
second.
one thing.
What? Wait a second. Is that Ian or Eric RMCP?
Oh, hey! Oh,
Yo!
hey! Hey,
Hey, we got to give a plug to the Rock All Over You podcast.
that's right.
Him and Edwin Canistracci.
That's right. A lot of people say Eric RMCP doesn't have an original bone in his body, but he does when I fuck him.
Oh
Oh!
yeah, fuck yeah! I've had that bone in my body. Hey man,
I love those guys.
yeah, just so everybody knows, Ian fucks really good.
Yes, yes. It's quick, but it's good, to the point.
Hey, that's the best type of sex. Quick, get the fuck out.
Oh, well, it is great, 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 great to be recording again. I'm so happy to do this. The delay has totally been on me and shit I got going on, but I'm so happy to be recording. But I got to say, I said this in the last episode. In the meantime, Ralph, you have been killing it with all your track by tracks and your album reviews and stuff. Amazing videos you've been putting out. Anybody who's not checking those out, I'm kidding. The only reason you're here is because you check out those videos. But watch them again. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. Because
Yeah, thank you
that
very
shit's
much.
been and pay money to have him shit or praise the album you love.
Yeah,
But
people send me. You know what I just did yesterday, Ian?
what's
No,
that?
2 days ago. Somebody paid me, and he hates the album too. He paid me to do Generation Swine.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ouch.
I sat through that shit again. I was like, God damn.
Yeah.
But I like glitter. Oh,
Oh,
I'm
you got one that you put up the other day, and I haven't got a chance to watch it, but I really want to. It was the Trick or Treat soundtrack versus something.
yeah,
I think it's
Wasp.
Wasp.
Yeah, Wasp Headless Children.
Oh! I know that's gonna piss me off. I love both albums, but I know
No,
you don't love
I like them
Trick or
both
Treat.
too. I do.
Oh, okay. I thought you didn't like Trick or Treat soundtrack.
No, I like Trick or Treat, but I don't think it's a pimple on the ass of the first Fastway album.
Yeah, okay. I get that. I get
That's
that.
right.
Love
Yeah.
them both.
But anyway,
But
Ian, we got two people here.
oh, that's an understatement. That is an understatement. We got the one and only Chris Sinzak from
Yeah,
Decibel Geek, the founder, the Svengali behind Rockin' Pod, is with us today. And I got to say, a little bit more important than that, we have the Hasidic headbanger, Stephen Kirsch, here for his fan paid episode.
yeah, Stephen Kirsch.
thank you guys.
Oh, I know. And Steve is always, when we have Steve on the show, it's always, I got to juggle this because I get in a lot of trouble because I make a lot of Jew jokes and I get accused of so much, anti-Semitism with my jokes, which is crazy because I love this fucking guy. He's one of the chosen people. How could you not love him?
Yeah, but
Uh,
isn't it true he's the only Jew you like?
no,
Oh, okay.
I mean that I know in real life, yeah, but
You love Paul Stanley.
yeah.
Paul Stanley. Hey,
But not that like I love you, but even Chris Sinzak, when I was telling Chris Sinzak, I go, Stephen Kirsch is going to be on this episode too. He paid for this one, and he goes, oh shit. He goes, really? Is this going to be a whole show of you just making Jew jokes? Because he said he goes, Chris said, he goes, quite honestly, he goes, being Jewish is like the 10th worst thing that's wrong with this guy. And
All lies. All lies. You're so full of shit.
But no, I am so excited to have both of you guys on the show. Great friends and people we know in real life, and I'm so happy to not only be recording again, but to be doing it with you guys. means a lot to me. But something I want to get away before we get into the festivities today. Man, so many people have fucking died since we last recorded. Holy shit. A lot of people have passed away, but the one that affects me the most, and I think affects the listeners the most, is Donnie Allen. And I have not been, as everybody knows, I think there's things like, what happened to Wadzilla? I have not been on Facebook in a couple months. And I apologize, but I've had a lot of shit going on. But I accidentally, with my fat sausage fingers, hit Facebook on my phone the other day. And the first thing that was popped up, I believe it was Ryan Russell had a post. I could be wrong there, but Donnie Allen passed away. I knew Donnie had been battling cancer for a long time. He went into remission. He had been battling when I went out to see him. I believe it was 2019. Donnie, who I'd been friends with on Facebook for a long time, he's been in our group, reached out to me and said, "Hey, Uncle Acid's playing Dallas." He goes, "You get your ass here. I got the ticket." And shit, how could I turn that down? And it was a very, very hard time in my life. People listen to the show know I was going through a horrible breakup at the time. Poor Donnie picks me up at the airport. I think he's expecting Wadzilla, wild, crazy, man. And I was just like, I was not on fire, but I jumped into his fucking Corvette, and this thing, holy shit, we were doing 100 miles an hour in Dallas on the highway. And he had this fucking awesome Corvette. When he hit the gas, the car would actually lower. It was insane. Never had anything like this. And I was all depressed and bummed out. And within about a half hour, Donnie knocked all that shit out of my system. And this was like a fly-in. I flew in the day of the concert and had to leave the next day. And Donnie was the best ever. We had so much fun. Went back to this house, and he's just like all of us. You should have seen his record collection, the shit he had. And with all the stuff, he had going on, health-wise and everything, you never know it. Here I am, crying about a girl. He's battling cancer and had the greatest attitude. And we went out to eat before the show. We got to meet the opening band that we both loved. And man, just what a fucking killer show. And then we drove all around Dallas, drunk as shit, blaring Dangerous Toys and all kinds of shit like that we loved. And it was just the best night ever. And we said we were going to do it again. I'm sure Donnie wouldn't mind now that he's passed on, but Donnie was on parole. He got busted with some hippie lettuce, and he couldn't leave Texas. And he said, as soon as I get off this shit, he goes, I'm going to come to New Orleans, and hang with you. And we had it planned, and it never happened, but we stayed in touch. But this guy was just unbelievable, man. And he lived and breathed hard rock and heavy metal just like all of us, man. And he had, great eclectic taste. He loved the cock rock. He loved the stoner rock. He loved the thrash. And, music was his life. And he loved the show. And, it's just, I always thought there'd be time. I always thought, yeah, we didn't hook up this time, but, there's going to be a time me and Donnie, we're going to hook up again and we're going to have just as much fun. And it really fucking gutted me when I saw that the other day. So I just want to dedicate this episode to Donnie. And yeah, he was a cool cat who loved metal and loved our show. And so glad for the time we did have. So I'm going to knock back one right now to Donnie Allen.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace, Donnie Allen. I hate hearing stuff like this, man. Sucks. Cancer sucks.
Yeah, I used to follow. I remember when Ian went out to meet him up for that concert, and also remember him on the group page, and he always was good at ball busting and posting funny stuff, and he truly did love the music, and I know he loved this show quite a bit. So yeah, gone way too soon. He seemed like he was an awesome guy.
Yeah, yeah, he was. He was. And then, like I said, for somebody who battled the shit he had, you never once heard him complain. Never woe is me. Just like, hey, I'm going to beat this and, I'm going to rock out, And
Yeah. Bless.
I remember he asked me, he goes, hey, I think it was The Night Creeper by Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats. He goes, hey, you got that on vinyl? I was like, of course I got it on vinyl. He goes, well, do you have it signed? I was like, well, no, but I got it. He goes, bring your copy, give it to me. He goes, I'm going to give you my signed copy.
Nice.
And he wouldn't take no for an answer. And he said, hey, man, he goes, these guys are now one of my favorite bands. And I'd never know them if it wasn't for you talking about them on the show. And it was crazy. And, the day I found out, I got my phone on shuffle and driving to the car. And once you know, some Uncle Acid came on. And yeah, it was bittersweet. Bittersweet. But yeah, I had to mention that,
Well, that's great. And bless him, man. He took Ian in when he was a little pussy with fool and gave him a good time, man. I mean, that's what we all need when we're pussy whipped. We got to have somebody to come around and just slap some happiness into us. And Donnie Allen did it. And rest in peace. Great dude, man.
Oh yeah. And my condolences to his family and his daughter. Just great guy. Great guy. Good times I'll never forget. And I don't want anybody to forget him on the page. So I always love, anytime somebody pops up some pictures of Donnie Allen or, says something to remember him. And all of it, because we're all a family on the page. And it's time for me to get back in touch with my family. So I will be back on the Facebook page starting tomorrow. That is a promise. I will make time, no matter what's going on in my life. I will make time for that page. So.
Well, you won't see me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hey,
I'm kidding.
I got a 30-day ban for posting Motorhead lyrics.
Oh, for God's sake!
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I put on Orgasmatron and they gave me 30 days for the lyrics on that song.
30.
For I am Mars.
30 days in the hole for that.
Yeah. For I am Mars, the god of war, and I will cut you down. 30 days.
Jesus.
Yeah. But
30 days in a hole is interesting. You mentioned that. I'm going to see Frampton tonight.
Oh, nice.
Nice. He's still touring, huh? I thought he retired.
He basically is retired, but he's doing I guess he's filming like a show at the local college theater here. It's a free show, so I get to see him for free.
Nice.
Okay, well, when you go there, don't ask him to play 30 Days in the Hole because that was after he left Humble Pie.
I know. I'm just making the Humble Pie. But thanks, asshole.
But no, I can't believe you got 30 days for that. What's fucked up is I did put one little post on the Facebook page that Steve Kirsch was going to be on this show, and Kanye got 30 days because he posted. He goes, "God damn it, the Jews even run the Rock and Metal Combat podcast." So you and Kanye are in Facebook jail now.
Kanye's on our page, huh? Yeah, I didn't know
that. Yeah. He goes by. He goes by a different name.
Yay, right? That's his name now.
Yeah. Yay. Or yay or ye. Whatever. You'll see him in 30 days.
Chico, get the yayo.
Well, now we got, the sad stuff out of the way. We got to talk about the fun stuff and stuff we got to look forward to. And that is Rockin' Pod is coming up this March.
We have a contest, Ian.
We do.
Yeah, for Rockin' Pod. Anybody that can pronounce Chris's last name correct Ian will get you a ticket to Rockin' Pod.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's pronounced Vieira.
Vieira, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you were a spit, Chris. I thought you were a Polak.
Hey, man. That's not cool. You're not a spick. You can't say spick. Only I can.
Oh, God damn it. I just make jokes. I don't know why I get considered racist. I mean, yeah, I might not like those mongrels, the French, but other than that, I love everybody.
Yeah, I'm just confused. That's all.
Well, yeah, that's because you're a Polak. They're dumb.
And I like the Bon Jovi record we're going to talk about, so that adds to the confusion.
Oh, God. We'll get into that bullshit later. But, Chris, why don't you tell everybody about Rockin' Pod, when it is, and why they should be there?
Well, why they should be there is you get hammered with Ian and hang out with Ralph, because I know Ralph doesn't partake in the booze anymore. So
just hard drugs.
Just a hard. Okay, so you can snort coke with Ralph and drink with Ian. That's the main reason to come. But also, we're doing March 17th, which is St. Patrick's Day. We're doing a pre-party concert. It's one of those rare hair shows like we did last year, where we had Billy Sheehan and Greg Bissonette get up and get together, and a lot of the celebrities that were in town. And we're going to do that again. And some of our guests for Rockin' Pod are going to jump on stage, like Jason McMaster from Dangerous Toys, who you mentioned a minute ago.
Yes. Yes.
Also, Stevie Rochelle from Tough. I know that's Ian's favorite band. No, wait, that's Aaron Camaro. Never mind. Also, Eric Martin from Mr. Big is going to be a part of the whole weekend. A lot of stuff going on. That'll be a fun night. And then Saturday's the Expo. And we'll have, those guys, and Eddie Ojeda from Twisted Sister is going to be in attendance. That'll be cool. Mark Weiss, actually the guy who photographed the album cover that we're going to talk about today, among many others, is going to be there. Monty Colvin from Galactic Cowboys. And after I heard your episode, I realized you guys are huge fans of theirs. Also, a lot of people. I'm not going to go over the whole guest list. Just a ton of stuff. Go to rockinpod.com, and then we've got some cool stuff scheduled for Sunday. I can't announce just yet, but maybe by the time this comes out, it'll be announced. Go to rockinpod.com, March 17th through 19th, Nashville, Tennessee. Come get drunk with us. It's always fun.
Yes.
And the YouTube sensation, Dr. Fuckalicious, is going to be there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
With his
site. And another thing people should know is, there's room specials and all kinds of stuff that you can be part of. So plan now, because it's going to be here before you know it. And it's been stellar every year. I know a lot of people who were going to come last year missed, due to COVID and all that shit, but that's all gone now. So there's
COVID's
no
over.
excuse. Yeah, over. Get your ass.
Let me also make sure I mention for Saturday with the expo. After the expo is a thing called Keel Fest going on at a club downtown with Ron Keel Band. Keel's going to perform. There's a Steeler reunion. Rick Fox is going to play with that. Obviously, no Yngwie. Mitch Perry's going to fill in on that. But then a couple of great bands from Ron's label. And you can get a combo ticket to get into both events at rockinpod.com. So I'll make sure I mention that.
Well, let me tell you something. I am a huge fan of Mitch Perry. I had no idea he was going to be there.
Yeah, he'll be doing the lead work on that. And he'll be at the expo all day, too.
Awesome. He was the one that replaced Yngwie, I believe.
Yep.
Awesome. I did not know that.
Yeah, and all of our listeners who have been there in the past, what a fun time it is. And for everybody who's like on the fence, man, don't be, because meeting us is cool and fun. We are going to do all your drugs and drink all your beer. Ralph's going to sleep with your girlfriend and your mother.
Hey, I'm seeing somebody now.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Hey!
Well, he changed his name to a girl's name. I'm into trannies now. You didn't know that, Chris?
No, I didn't know. That's news to me.
Yeah, that's awesome news, isn't it?
I had a feeling the last time I visited you, I woke up with a sore ass and all, but I wasn't sure if that was for sure or not.
Yeah, that was Aaron doing it to you, but I was doing it to Aaron. It was like a three-way.
That's pretty normal.
Those roofies work like a charm.
Yeah. We got very close that week.
But seriously, everybody, you get to meet a lot of these rock stars that you know and love. The merch that's there is incredible. If you want vinyl, if you want, t-shirts, stuff like that, it's all there, all the different events. And I think, the best part is you're hanging out with thousands of other people who are into the same shit you're into. And that is a lot of fun. Think about how many times, we all go to work or whatever, and nobody else is into the shit we're into. You can't talk to, the guy next to you about, the metal bands you know and love. Here is just a bunch of like-minded motherfuckers ready to party, ready to have fun. So you have that camaraderie. You get to meet, musicians you know and love. You get to see the podcasts that you listen to week in and week out. It's just a stellar fucking event. And it's not going to break the bank. It's very affordable. Like I mentioned, there's deals on rooms and stuff like that. What I suggest to a lot of people, if they're like, oh, I don't know if I can hook up with people. Hook up. Hey, you going? Yeah, I'm going. Okay, let's split a room. You do that. I mean, it's so affordable and it's a lot of fun, and it's just a good time. So make those plans now. If you got to put in for those vacation days, or tell the wife something. I'm going fishing or whatever. Do what you got to do. Get your ass to Nashville. You will not regret it, unless you only brought enough beer for you, and then I drink it all. Then you're fucked. So bring enough beer for me and you, and enough drugs, and a chick with a dick for Ralph. And you're going to have a good time.
I know I will.
Hey,
yeah.
All right. I got to take a piss, and then we'll get into the news.
All right. So, Chris, we having one of those Aaron get-togethers after the thing?
I'm trying to figure that out because we got a bunch of shit going on Sunday. So I'm trying to figure out how we're gonna, unless we're gonna do it on Monday. I don't know how we're gonna pull that off. But we're looking at doing the movie screening thing again, but we're gonna do it on Sunday afternoon. And the comedians we're gonna do the Kiss Exposed home video.
Oh boy. Is Courtney gonna be there?
Yeah, Courtney, Craig, and Don are all three coming back.
I love Courtney. She's so awesome.
Yeah. And we did but yeah, I pitched them doing Runaway because I think that would be great for comedian commentary, but they're like, no, let's do Kiss Exposed because it's got Kiss in the title and more Kiss fans will show. I think Runaway would be funnier personally.
Yeah, because that's Kiss.
That's what I was thinking. Looks like we're gonna go.
Yeah.
There's a part in that movie.
Runaway
There's a part in the movie of Runaway where he goes, man, I gotta watch it again. It was something like Gene goes to Tom Selleck, goes, listen, you idiot, and then Tom Selleck goes, I'm listening. That shit's funny. That shit ruled. It was something like that. I gotta watch that. I got that shit on Laserdisc. Can you believe that?
Cutting edge technology right there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Laserdisc are about as advanced as the robots in that fucking movie.
Yeah, no shit. Listen, you idiot. I'm listening.
Those aren't the templates, Ramsey.
Yeah. That movie sucks. In
a good way, though.
Wanted Dead or Alive was good.
Yeah, especially because Gene gets his head blown off at the end.
I think Gene acted really good in that movie.
Yeah, much better than Red Surf.
Or we should have had them do commentary to Never Too Young to Die.
Where
he's a hermaphrodite.
Remember, Ian, we watched that on acid?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, God.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, right after our Poison review.
Stargrove.
Stargrove. And the theme song, Stargrove.
Such an awful movie.
That was the worst of the worst.
Oh my god, yeah, that almost ruined my trip. I was sober when it was done. Oh god. All right, we ready to go into the news?
Yeah.
All right, well now it's time to go into the news, and boy, I just saw something depressing. Did any of you guys see Jack Russell's Great White perform in Ohio?
No.
No.
Oh man, this was something that was just put up, and you know, if you follow all this Great White drama, what's the guitar player's name? Mark Kendall is just he said, "Oh, we just can't take him back," because that happens because you know Great White goes through a lead singer every other week, but yet they don't go back to Jack Russell, which I don't understand because this guy, you know, wrote all the songs. He's got such an iconic voice. And Mark Kendall's like, have you seen him? He sits on a stool. He has no stage presence. And I'd seen some video from a couple years ago. I thought he sounded, you know, pretty good. You know, not bad. You know, not like, you know, Don Dokken now bad or anything like that. But man, I watched this footage and all of a sudden I understand Mark Kendall because he's either standing perfectly still or sitting on a stool, and those vocals were just weak as fuck.
Well, so are the songs.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch.
They didn't play none from the first album, right?
Yeah. I'm not going to defend, you know, his vocals now, but I will defend Great White's music. I'm a big Great White fan, and it was sad to see. I gotta get you know, the Jew involved here. Steve and Kirsch, are you a Great White fan?
No, not really. I mean, I like a few songs of theirs. I think I saw them opening for somebody back in the day. I can't remember who. Could have been Bon Jovi. I don't know. But I did. Yeah, I've got like the greatest hits, and you know, definitely a few songs I like, but not really my kind of thing.
Oh wow. Okay, so you like Bon Jovi, but not Great White. Sinzak, you got to be a Great White fan.
Yeah, I like a lot of their stuff. But I do like the early stuff kind of before they went all straight on blues rock. But I even like the stuff that, you know, after they got famous. I think they've got some great stuff. I think Jack has an amazing voice, or at least he used to. And I saw them open for Kiss on the Revenge tour, and then
Me too.
I saw him in the late '90s opening for Poison on one of those Glam Slam Metal Jam tours, and he sounded good then too.
Yeah, it's just sad, you know, because I was kind of always on the, oh, he's getting fucked. He's getting fucked. You know, he's not. You know, his health's better. You know, he's not on the fucking shit anymore. But watching this latest video, and he's up there with a really subpar band. I mean, the drummer was bland. The guitar player was no Mark Kendall. I believe the guitar player now is Tony Montana. Got to be a stage name. But he played bass on, I believe it was
On Once Bitten.
Once Bitten. Yeah.
Jack was one of the first, I guess, more names of note that we interviewed on Decibel Geek, and he was a really nice guy. He was so nice, so like we had a great conversation, and then at the end he was like, "Here's my phone number. Call me anytime." And I'm like, "Why are you giving me your phone number?" But I never called him. But he was also kind of preaching about his sobriety through the interview, and I remember thinking, Aaron and I both looked at each other, we're like, he's not sober. There's just no way.
Yeah, and nobody wants that. You know, I don't want him to be sober. I just want him to be good.
Yeah.
And it was very sad to see this because I've talked about in the last couple episodes. I've seen footage of Great White with their current singer, who they kind of did like a Skid Row thing.
Yeah, he'll be at Rockin' Pod also.
Oh, the new singer will be?
Yes, sir.
Oh man, I mean he looks like a 14-year-old girl, but the pipes on this kid, holy shit! I mean, every
he looks like a 14-year-old girl. Grr.
And he has a dick. Yes, yeah. It checks all the boxes.
Ralph is now 100% into cum.
I'm aroused because I'm into trannies and little kids.
But man, that kid can sing. I mean, really good. All the footage I saw, you know, and a lot of these you got to take in consideration. Okay, this is somebody filming on their phone at a county fair, um, but this kid was nailing it. So if I had my choice now, I mean, before I would be like, oh, I'm gonna go see Jack Russell's, but now I'd go see Great White with Scab Singer because that kid's knocking it out of the park.
I'll be nailing him.
He's the closest they've gotten to sounding like Jack with any of the others. I never thought any of the other guys really fit, but he's about as close as they've gotten.
Yeah.
I still, I mean, as a fan, I would still rather hear Jack back in the band, but yeah, this kid does a great job, and yeah, he's talented for sure.
Are they recording?
Oh no.
I asked Brett about it, and he said that Mark's been talking about demos and stuff he's been doing, so I have to think they are going to plan on recording with him.
Yeah, that's the hard thing too when you replace a singer like that, because Jack Russell's not only his voice but his songwriting was the soul of that band. So when you don't have that, yeah, new material gonna be kind of hard. But after seeing what I saw Jack Russell solo, like I said, if I had my druthers, I'm gonna go see him with this replacement guy. And I think, and this is my personal opinion, I'd rather see that than Skid Row with this new kid everybody's going nuts about. Because I heard those new Skid Row songs, and that shit's terrible.
Oh, I like it.
Terrible.
I fucking love that new album.
I like that new CD.
Oh, God. Yeah, well, you like Bon Jovi. That's why we got to talk about this.
Yeah, but you like Bang Tango, so...
Yeah, hey, there you go.
I like
Boom.
one song.
Hell yeah, Stephen Kirsch coming through with the knowledge.
Never letting that one go.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Hey, thanks for reminding me he liked Bang Tango.
Yeah. Build 1,000 ships, but like one Bang Tango song. And you're a Bang Tango fan.
Never living that shit down.
Never. All right. Well, somebody else who passed away that, oh, man. I mean, you can't be surprised in this day and age whenever anybody passes away that we like. I mean, think about it. We liked them when we were kids, and we're old. And they're older than us. Jeff Beck passed away.
Yeah, that sucked, man. He was awesome.
Yeah, and I'm so thankful that I got to see him once. I saw it was a co-headlining tour in '94 with him and Santana, and it was awesome. It was like before Santana did that smooth shit, with the Matchbox 20 kid. So they were both just playing like the classic hits, and I remember Jeff Beck just did this amazing solo and popped a string. and just didn't stop. Didn't let it affect him. Didn't throw it off. He just adjusted and kept at it. And oh my God. I mean, Jeff Beck, what a fucking career. And I loved how different it was. I mean, there's so many different eras to his playing. There's, the Yardbirds. There's the original Jeff Beck group with Rod Stewart, and I tell all these people like, hey, you might hate Rod Stewart. Check out, the 2 Jeff Beck group albums he did before, he did the If You Want My Body and I'm Thinking I'm Sexy shit. Amazing singer. You got Ron Wood on bass. Check out Truth and Beckola. Oh my God.
Truth and Beckola are awesome, but my favorite is Wired and Blow by Blow. Those 2
albums
is fucking awesome.
Oh yeah, no, and I was getting to that. Then you got the jazz fusion era, of Blow by Blow and Wired. Wired's probably my favorite Jeff Beck album of all time. As much as I love Truth, Wired is just phenomenal. You got the live album with Jan Hammer, that's incredible. There and Back from 1980 is a fantastic album. And I listened to a little bit of the album he just put out a couple months ago, the one he did with Johnny Depp. Wasn't bad. I mean, it was good. And just such a incredible guitar player. And it's a shame. There's a lot of people who know the name Jeff Beck, but maybe don't know the music. And so many of the guitar players that you know and love, I mean, they worship Jeff Beck. And even though, not the greatest, but like Mick Marr's favorite guitar player is Jeff Beck.
His solo on that horrible Ozzy album is awesome.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That song he played on that Ozzy album is so good. The song sucks, but he is so good on it.
Right. I know it. I thought it was so terrible that when Ozzy did like a tweet about Jeff Beck dying, he's like, "Oh, Jeff Beck," and he's like, "And he recently played on my album, Psycho whatever #9 hashtag." I'm like, oh god. Even though like Sharon wrote that shit, but
yeah,
like god damn, really you got to associate him with that horrible shit. But he was just. I mean, one of the greats of all time. And any guitar player worth their salt will tell you what an influence he was and what a tremendous and how different he was as a guitar player. But yeah, sad loss there. All right, well, Overkill is going to release their new single this week, "The Surgeon," off their new album. Let's see, what's the new album called? Scorched. I know Ralph's going to laugh because Ralph's like, every album they put out, the album cover looks just like the one before it. Well, this is another one that looks just like the one before it, just a little bit different. But I am excited to hear some new Overkill. I'm ready. I am fucking ready for some thrash. I'm ready for some new metal. And more importantly, I'm ready to see Overkill live. That is one thing I'm so excited about living here in the Seattle area now. Everybody comes here. The only bitch I have is they play here a lot during the fucking week, which sucks. Because I want to go to all these shows with my son, but they're all like on a Tuesday or a fucking Wednesday. But I cannot wait to see a show here in Washington. One I know I'm going to for sure because it's on a fucking Saturday is I'm going to see Elder and Ruby the Hatchet in May.
I love that Kiss album.
Yeah. Oh, and I cannot believe I haven't mentioned this on the show yet, or if I did, I forgot I mentioned it. Where I live, the next street up is Elder. I'm like, really? Really? I can't escape this fucking horrible shit.
Get that tattoo, motherfucker.
I know. I'm gonna get the Gene Simmons with the tear. But yeah, I'm definitely excited about new fucking Overkill, and cannot wait to see him live. And I mean, they were just such a cool band. And if anybody ever listened to the short little ditty I did with Josh Toomey, Diablo some podcast ago, I got to interview Bobby Blitz and meet all the band. It was an incredible time. And man, what a band. Still fucking kicking it out. I think the best thing that ever happened to them was not making it big. I think it's kept them hungry. Unlike, like a Metallica. Which, by the way, did everybody hear the new Metallica song that was released?
Yeah.
What'd you guys think of it?
Loved it. I loved it. I love both those songs. I like the Lux one a little more, but I love this new one.
Yeah, I feel the same. I like the new one. But the Lux Eterna I thought was a lot better than the newest one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got my ticket.
Yeah.
So.
You're going for it?
Yeah, I'm going. It's at Giant Stadium, so I'm doing.
Is Pantera playing that one?
I'm going both dates, so I'm seeing Pantera one night, Mammoth the other night. I don't know who else is playing, but it's a Friday night and a Sunday night.
Cool.
Right. Yeah. Every show on the tour, I believe, is a Friday and a Sunday. Steven, I didn't know you liked Metallica. That's not too rambunctious for you?
I saw them on Master of Puppets tour the first time with Anthrax.
Oh, well, fuck me.
And I met them all. I met Cliff. I met all of them.
Wow.
What we did was we were hanging around. I guess I was about 16. We were hanging around the hotel where they were staying, and we saw them come out. We followed them, and they went to a fish and chip shop, and we were waiting for them to come out, and they came out, and they chatted to us. They signed a load of stuff for us. I had a Thin Lizzy jacket on, and they were commenting on my jacket. And then then after the show, we were waiting outside. It was at the Manchester Apollo, and it's like a 3,000 seats, place. And we were sitting, we were waiting outside. It was freezing cold, and there was about maybe 40 or 50 of us, and they brought us all back in, and they sat us down back in the rows on the main floor. And then they sat on the stage, and then one by one, they called each row up, and we all kind of took turns going up and meeting all of them, getting things signed and everything, and then left. It was really cool. And then I think it was like a month or two later when Cliff died, because from England, they then went on to do the rest of Europe, and that's when he had the accident.
Oh, I never knew that, man. That's amazing.
The moral to the story is that grow yourself a killer mullet, and you'll get into cool seats. Right, Steve?
I don't think I had my mullet at that time. Well, I don't know, 16. I think it was in the middle of growing,
Oh, okay.
But no, I mean, I got into them. I remember I used to get Kerrang! That was like my Bible back then, before the internet and all that stuff. And it came out, first it was every 2 weeks, then it was every week. And I remember one of the reviews in there was for Ride the Lightning. And the way they did it was each song, they gave it instead of like a 1 to 10 or 1 to 5 rating, it was 0 to 100 miles per hour. That's how they did it. And I remember it always stuck with me. But it's weird because back then you would read the reviews, but you'd never heard the songs. You couldn't just go online and listen to the song. So I bought the album based purely on that review, and then I got into that way. I remember when Master Puppets came out, and that's when I first saw them.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm so glad you're going to that. Yeah. I think I talked about it on a previous episode. I think a friend of my son's is buying one of those ultimate packages, and then we're gonna give him some money towards that. So hopefully I get to see that. I love Lux Eterna. The other one, Suicide Screaming, I think it's called. I didn't mind it. I was worried when I saw a lot of people before I heard it. I saw a lot of reviews, and they were saying like, "Oh, this is like a loader, reload era song."
No,
so
it's not.
Automatically, I'm like, "Oh, it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck." And then I listened to it. I do feel like it was middle of the road Metallica, but I didn't hate it. I didn't like as much as Lux.
The problem is with with an internet now, it's just there's so many haters on there just hating to hate. They don't care what Metallica brings out. They're going to say they hate it before they listen to it. That's just look on the first 3 or 4 albums, and they can't get past whatever.
I saw a guy write. It wasn't on Blabbermouth. I think it was Facebook. Said, "I don't care what they release. It's going to suck. Like I'm not even going to listen. I know."
Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah, Metallica's one of these bands that. I mean, hey, I was one of them. I hated Metallica since like the Black album. Then like Hardwired was like, fuck, this is awesome. But I was one of those haters, but at least I give it a chance, And Hardwired, I still listen to that fucking album. I love Hardwired, and I'm loving this. These 2 new ones are great, and I'm just hoping the rest of the album is as good.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like I said, I listened to it, and I was prepared to hate, and I got what people meant by when they were comparing it to Load or Reload, because again, I do believe it wasn't as thrashy as Lux was, but I did enjoy it, and I tried to listen to it with an open mind. I didn't love it, but I liked it, and I'm excited for the new one, and hopefully I get to go see them. So yeah, but I probably like the new Overkill better. That's just how it is. But another band, holy shit! I mean, a lot of drama the last time we recorded, and even more since then is Journey.
Oh God!
And holy shit! It went to all of a sudden. Jonathan Cain was out and Greg Raleigh was coming back in, which I was excited about because I was like, finally, I'm gonna go see Journey. I'll go see Journey if Greg Rowley's there. Fuck it, they got my money. Yeah, I love Greg Rowley. I love what Greg Rowley did with Santana. I love those early Journey records. Where Journey lost me was the Jonathan Cain era. So I was like, fuck yeah, I would go see this in a heartbeat. But now apparently Greg Rowley is not officially doing this tour. Jonathan Cain will be there. And he just sued Neil Sean for $1 million, which, this tour is starting in a matter of weeks. And holy fuck, is this shit dysfunctional? And it's funny that this much drama is going on while they're basically still a Journey cover band. I mean, you got the Filipino kids singing. It's just Neil Sean, Jonathan Cain, and a bunch of hired people. I mean, even though you got, Dean Castronavo or whatever the fuck his name is on drums, who does an amazing job singing as well as drumming. They've got another keyboard player, which, god damn it, what is this Guns N' Roses shit where you need multiple keyboard players? But he sings a lot of the old shit. But, I was hoping, give me some fucking Greg Rowley where you get that classic shit, and, you get songs like Anytime and Feeling That Way and shit like that. Just get Jonathan Cain the fuck out of there. But I think legally he's got his claws in so hard, there's no getting rid of him without a payoff that probably Neil Sean can't afford.
Yeah, Greg Raleigh's not going to be there, and neither am I.
Yeah, exactly. Chris and Steve, are either of you Journey fans at all?
I like them. I mean, I'm waiting for the Robert Fleischman return. That's the thing I'm waiting for.
Oh.
No, I think it'd be cool if Greg Rowley came back, but I mean, at the same time, all I can think is, like, everybody talked about Steve Perry being, the big-headed narcissist that ruined the band and won't make good. He's probably sitting back laughing, going, "Maybe I'm not the problem, huh?"
You know who's also laughing? The members of Rat.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Journey. Not my the two.
Really?
Yeah, you know what? It's funny actually, because you'll think this is bizarre, but they're too mellow for me. I mean, I'm trying. First of all, I didn't grow up with it because in England they were. I don't think they were that big in England when I was growing up.
No.
I mean, besides "Don't Stop Believing," which everybody knows, but other than that, I never really. So when I moved here, I had a friend who actually was really into them, and he gave me the Escape album, and I was just like, whatever. There's so many slow songs on it, and in their catalog, I should say. So I never really got into them. The album that I do like the most with regards to Journey is the Steve Perry Street Talk album. I love that album. That's the only thing I really say I like within the Journey family. I have seen them live though, when they toured with Def Leppard years ago, and but I'm not. I mean, I don't mind them. I just don't really listen to them.
You surprised me. Like, I never would have guessed you liked Metallica, and I would think you love Journey because you love Bon Jovi.
I literally go from one end of the spectrum to the other. Really, I like all kinds of stuff, But I probably fall more in the middle than anything.
You are one amazing Jew, and you love new Iron Maiden, which I don't get.
Oh my god, I fucking love that band. I love that band. And I saw that tour, and it was, oh my god, it was fantastic.
I got to tell you, Ian, somebody donated for me to do a track by track with Dance of Death and Book of Souls. Dude, Dance of Death is pretty damn good, man. I was very amazed by that album. I couldn't believe how good it was. Yeah.
It's a great album.
Yeah, I thought it was really, really. There's a song on there called Monstrous or something like that. Fucking awesome, man. I was shocked. I was shocked how good it was. Because I own it. I bought it when it came out. I didn't like it back then. I put it on for the track by track. I was like, fuck, this is really good. I was shocked.
But you know what? But there's more. I think Maiden are they're in the category of like Metallica, where people just prejudge them now at this point, and they're stuck on the Diano years or up to, let's say, Power Slave or somewhere. Yeah. And then after that, they don't give a crap. And I love Maiden; they're one of my favorite bands. But there's definitely a few albums in there that I don't listen to. But I almost love the second era of Bruce more than the first era, to be honest.
Oh my God! It's one of those things like I've been trying. I went through a Maiden phase, and I think I talked about this a couple episodes ago. I was listening to a lot of like old school Maiden. I was like, God damn it, I love this band. So I took a lot of the newer albums and I put them on my phone. I'm like, I need to give it another chance. Maybe it's just something I'm missing. And every time something comes on from Shittigo or Stratego, whatever the fuck it's called, I'm like, this is so horrible. It's the same overlong intro, the same like song that really should only be 4 minutes and 30 seconds, but for some reason is 10 minutes and 59 seconds. And I'm just like, they're losing the point. It's boring. And like the same guitar riffs, the same like this Celtic, like, let's dance around Stonehenge Spinal Tap kind of ding 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 ding. I'm like where in the fuck is my 2 minutes to midnight? God damn it.
I hope the next album is 4 discs, an hour long each disc, and each disc is 1 track.
Yeah, I like that 3 of the long songs off that Stratego album.
Dude, the last 3 songs on there are amazing.
The long one's good, man.
Yeah.
You control, Steven, you control the media, so I'm sure you'll get your way. And I'll get fucked out of my short, good Iron Maiden songs. Oh, my fucking God.
It is true. You guys do own the media, because I heard it from a guy from Boston.
Yeah. Oh, and I don't. Did I talk about this on the last episode? I don't know if it happened or yet. Did you know that somebody who's very against our show and tried to get us canceled was thrown off of Podbean? Did I talk about that?
Oh no, I did not know this.
Yes. Somebody. I'm not going to mention names, but somebody you all know was kicked off of Podbean. So that probably helps us not get reported anymore. But yeah, he posted an episode that was so anti-Semitic that he was thrown off of Podbean.
Wow.
He did an episode about the Holocaust entitled "You Know It Didn't Happen."
Oh,
true story.
Just story.
Yeah. But yeah, he has been taken down from Podbean and is no longer available. So that's good news.
Yep.
I hate that he's spreading misinformation, but yeah, so that's nice. All right, what else?
Hey, I got a news story, Ian.
All righty.
And yeah, of course you're not going to agree if you heard it. I know you're not going to like it, but I think it was on our last episode we were talking about Quiet Riot releasing a song with Kevin DeBro and Frankie Batali. Did you hear it?
Yes, I did.
I fucking loved it.
I liked it too.
I mean, dude, seriously, it's like the greatest Quiet Riot song ever, I think.
I wouldn't go that far.
I think so. I think it's the greatest song they ever did.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. It's
no party all night.
Well, hey.
Hey, stop your feet and clap your hands.
Oh.
Or stop your fucking ears and give up. I don't know.
I saw them on a Condition Critical tour.
Yeah, so did I, and I saw Wasp destroy them.
My favorite review of that album was just 2 words. It said "Condition Terminal."
It was terrible.
No, but that's awesome. Ralph, you saw him on the Condition Critical tour, and Steve saw him on the Condition Critical tour. Now I just got to find the other 3 guys, and I'll know everybody.
You can have a reunion at Rockin' Pod.
No, the funny. I'm a masochist. I got they just released. It's a remastered version of the last album with Kevin DeBro, Rehab. And that's the one that has this new ballad on it.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what it's from. They did a remaster of Rehab. It's like it's supposed to be remixed and everything. And I loaded it on my phone. I'm like, fuck it, I'll give it a chance. But I did hear, I would say probably maybe a minute of the song you guys heard, and I had to shut it off.
Yeah,
I was like,
it's a ballad. I know you wouldn't like it. I loved it.
I know, but I'm such a bitch. You think I would love these ballads, but no. And probably my favorite Quiet Riot song of all time is "Don't Want to Let You Go." I mean, and that's a quasi ballad.
Yeah, I love that song. That's a good one.
You know, that's my favorite fucking Quiet Riot song of all time, hands down. Now I think I don't know, maybe because musically it's so unquiet Riot.
Yeah,
You know,
it is.
It was written by Carlos, and there's almost like a new wave might be pushing it, but you know what I mean? There's just something that's very 80s, yet, you know, doesn't fit the rest of Metal Health. But I mean, that song to me is, you know, perfect, you know, but it's like that. And actually, and if I had to pick my second, it'd be Love's a Bitch, which is almost a ballad, you know, or I guess could be considered a ballad. But yeah, did not care for the new one, but based on you guys, I'll give it another shot.
Oh, you're gonna hate it.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to take a steaming hot piss, and then what do you say we get in the album?
Yeah, I'm going to do the same.
All right.
Ralph, you still there?
Yeah.
Hey, somebody told me that, you know that place, is it Churchill's?
Churchill's is gone.
Is it like a Wendy's now or an Applebee's or something like that?
What I heard, this is what I heard. Somebody like trolled and put that Applebee's.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Yeah, somebody went up on there and put coming soon Applebee's. This is what I heard. And it's not happening, but somebody put that sign up. And I even thought, I go, man, that's weird for that neighborhood. Have you ever been to Churchill's?
No, but I know it was a big place for you. And so one of my friends used to live near there, and he used to go there.
Yeah, it's a little Haiti. It's a ghetto, and it's like, how are they going to open an Applebee's here? But I mean, this is what I heard. It turns out somebody climbed up on there and put that sign there to freak people out. But it is gone. Churchill's is no longer. There's no club down here now, except, you know, the Culture Room's still there and Revolution. But they only book national acts. So
yeah, it's a shame though.
Yeah, it's kind of shitty. But there's a club now up in Pompano called Pipers that I haven't been to yet, but I'm going soon because Joey Belladonna is going to play there with his Journey cover band. So
yeah,
I'm going to go check that out. But,
nice.
But yeah, Pipers is the only club. There's another club down here called Gramps that next Sunday I'm going to a show there, but I refuse to go there. My friend's taking me because, dude, you have to. It's hard to find parking, and when you do, it's very expensive, and it's in Wynwood, which is all fucking like techno and disco and rap clubs. And there's this metal club slap in the middle. It sucks. It sucks so bad. I mean, the club ain't bad when you go in, but man, just go in there, fucking. My friend's like, dude, I'll go pick you up. I go, all right, I'll go then. You know.
Nice. Yeah, no, it's a shame to hear about that. I thought of you right away when I saw it.
Yeah, well, you know what? I wasn't a big fan of Churchill's, to tell you the truth. I played there a lot.
Yeah, that's why I thought
yeah. Yeah, but it was always, it's the CBGBs of Miami. It's been here since '79. But I mean, toward the end, it got a little better as far as sound on stage. Because when I first started playing there, man, I had to cup my hand on the microphone to hear myself. It was terrible. And toward the end, it got a little better, but still, I mean, that, you know, you had crackheads like out there pretending to be parking attendants, you know. Yeah. You give them money and they'll show you where to park and shit. It was a real shady, fucked up neighborhood. So, I'm not gonna miss it. I'm not.
Well, I mean, still, it's like a piece of history around there, I suppose. But...
Oh yeah. And you know, Marilyn Manson got to start there. Iggy Pop played there once.
okay.
You know, a lot of you know, it's I saw Death Angel. Well, we opened for Death Angel there, and yeah, there's been a lot of cool shows I saw there, but yeah, it wasn't really one of my favorite venues. But it was close.
Steve,
yeah.
how you like? Are you in New York or New Jersey?
I'm in New Jersey.
New Jersey. You still liking it? You miss Florida? How you doing?
I don't miss Florida at all. I love it here. I live about 45 minutes from Manhattan. I'm in North Jersey. I'm right on the border of New York State, and it's great. We love it here. We really do. My wife grew up around here as well. So.
Oh, I didn't know she was a Yank.
Well, she's from New York, but New York State, which literally my county borders New York. So,
right.
You know, I'm not saying upstate New York, you know, but my kids love it. We love it here. So many shows we can go. You know, in Florida, it was, you know, Ralph, it was a lot of bands skipped Florida or small bands.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We always
so like now. I mean, I could literally go to a show every night if I wanted to in the city. You know, it's like everybody.
Right. How do your daughters like it? Are they cool with it?
Yeah, they love it. We love the weather. We were sick of the weather in Florida. They love it. They're away at college. They go upstate New York, about 3 hours away. So yeah, it's cool.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, no, it's definitely. Listen, where I lived in South Florida, it may as well have been. Everybody there was from New York, New Jersey, or Philly. So it's not like
right.
You know, it's West Palm Beach and Boca Raton. That's where I lived for 20 years. So
right.
So here it's the same thing. It's just we don't have the Florida weather. It's all the same kind of people.
Right. Well, no, good. I'm glad you're happy, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, we love it.
Are you still doing like the jewelry and everything, or?
Yeah, I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I had a business back in Florida that I sold, and just kind of taking it a little bit easier these days. Got my wife working more, doing a better job. So I'm
nice. Hey, I hear you there. I'm in the same position, so I hear you there.
I still wear what you gave me, Steven.
Oh, cool. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, the pics and stuff. I still.
Yeah, nice. I still do them sometimes. I do some of those on eBay, and but I buy and sell gold and stuff like that. I do it from home now, whereas I used to, you know, actually was a jeweler. I used to make and design jewelry for many years and all that, and it fucked up my back, and you know, so I did it for 30 years. So I'm a lot more relaxed here in Jersey than I was in Florida. It's a lot more chill, a lot more downtime. So life is good. I can't complain.
Yeah, I was going through stuff, you know, when we moved here to Seattle, and you know, the stuff you gave me, my wife's like, where'd you get that? And I was like, Stephen Kirsch made that for me. She's like, oh my God. She thought it was really cool. I love it. I love it. That means a lot. That was a good time when you came and visited me in New Orleans, man. That was.
I saw you, twice I was there. We went for breakfast one time, and then
yeah.
And then one time I came over to you, and you made me non-kosher sausages.
Yeah, sausage and beans. Yeah.
Yeah, it was good time.
No. I hung out with Steven the last time I saw the great Edward Van Halen.
Yeah.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know what that's called anymore, that place, but
yeah, it always changes. But yeah, Steven came and sat with us, and we watched Van Halen together.
Yeah, that was God. How many years ago was that?
2015. So that's 7 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say
8 years.
Well,
damn.
Yeah, good old Eddie.
Yep.
Time flies by.
Sure does, man.
Chris, are you back yet?
I'm back.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go freshen my drink. You can talk.
Okay, yeah.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, not now that we're all ready. Awesome. Well, Steven, are you finally making it to Rockin' Pod this year?
Not this year. I don't know. Well, you haven't been on Facebook. You haven't seen. I actually had a bad injury, and I was actually had to have an operation in November, and it's up to a 12-month recovery. So I've got to be careful. And,
I thought you guys got circumcised at birth. What happened?
That would have been less painful, I think. Yeah, I ripped the tendons in my bicep, in my arm. So
Oh man.
yeah, elbow surgery and arm surgery, and it's the first time I've ever had surgery. And holy crap, that was not fun. I was on Oxy, and it was like I didn't know what the hell was going on. It was so painful. And but the
man, I thought you were gonna make it this year. That sucks.
No, I've only just gotten back to driving, and the operation was in November. So
man.
I had tickets to come to Rock and Pod a couple of years ago. I think it was a couple of years ago. I bought my flights, I booked the hotel, the whole thing.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then I got hospitalized for some weird shit that was going on with my body. I had like some infection, and they thought it was sepsis and all this shit. And I was in hospital for a little while then. So that screwed everything up for me for a while. And so yeah, I'm not going to be able to do it this year, but I do want to go there. Like I said, I was excited to meet everybody. You know, Nate was going to be there, and Edwin was going to go. And I mean, I know, you know, a couple of people dropped out, whatever, but I had everything booked, the flights, the whole thing, you know, the hotel.
Bushy, bitch.
Oh, what a night that was. Holy shit.
That was great.
Oh, shit. All right, guys. What
will be there this year.
Is he?
Yep.
Who?
Holy shit.
Mark
Allen Taylor?
Yeah, Mark already got his tickets and his Airbnb, so he's coming.
Oh my God, we are gonna get him so fuck. Oh my God, that is gonna be some YouTube shit. Yeah. We are gonna. God, we gotta think of what we're gonna make him snort. Oh my God.
Yeah, Mark's bragging how he's gonna troll us. It's like, it's gonna be the other way around, bitch.
Oh my God, the videos. I think the Mark videos will put the Lee videos to shame.
Yeah.
Oh my, and I love those, man. I watched that not too long ago. The one where Lee's in the hotel room and I've got the Pabst Blue Ribbon case on my head.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Oh man,
I hung out with Mark at the Rainbow a few months ago.
Yeah. You said he was pretty restrained.
Yeah, he was actually sober. He's actually pretty well adjusted when he's not drinking.
Yeah.
his wife's actually really cool too.
He's a nice guy, and you know, Ralph will back this up. I know, Chris, last time I talked to you, we talked about it, but the episode that Ralph and I recorded with him, the OU812,
greatest episode ever,
and it was lost. That we were so brutal to him, particularly me, and he just rolled with everything. It was so goddamn funny.
That's what I love about him is he will roll with the jokes, but like obviously I didn't get to hear that, but I was telling Ian on the phone the other day. I was like, one of my favorite moments in your show's history was it might have been a Vieira vault, I can't remember, but it was you had him and Terrence on, and you played judge against both of them.
Oh yeah.
Oh that was Vieira vault. Yeah.
God, that was so fucking funny.
Actually, that was my YouTube. That was what is it? Yeah, I because they were both fighting at the time, and then I just had them. I repeat after me. Ian is my lord. and then I go and repeat after me. Say I suck, and they go I suck, and then I go cock. and Terrence goes cock, but Mark would do it. I was like, Mark, you suck. Yeah, that was a good one. That's still up, I think. Yeah, it has to still be up.
So funny.
Awesome. All right. Well, let's get into what Steven brought us all here for.
All right.
Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. Well, now it's time to get into the album that Mr. Kirsch has brought us all here for, and that is 1986 Bon Jovi Slippery When Wet, their third studio album. And I got to tell you, you know, we've done a lot of fan episodes and we're still doing them. And a lot of them, man, I can't stand. I was hoping this one would be at least funny. I knew I liked it, but I was like, oh, God, there's so much, you know, shit to make fun of on this. it could be a fun episode. But you know, like we do on every show, we got to get into, you know, how did you discover this band? You know, why would you pick this album? Steven, you're our special guest. Let us. How did you discover Bon Jovi, and why in the fuck did you pick this album?
Okay, so I think the first time I mentioned earlier there was a magazine called Kerrang that used to come out all the time, and I remember they played a gig in London, the Dominion Theatre, small theatre there, and everybody was raving about it, all the reviews, and I thought and again, you know, you don't hear the music back in those days, we just read about it. So I was kind of keeping an eye on them, but not really knowing, not actually having heard the music. And then I got tickets to see Kiss on the Animalize tour, which was '84, and it was the first time I was seeing Kiss, and Bon Jovi were opening for them. So I went to a record store, and they had like 12-inch singles, and I usually, whenever I was going to see a band, if there was an opening band, I usually would buy like a 7-inch single or something, so I knew a song, you know. And I got the She Don't Know Me 12-inch single, and didn't really think much of it. It was whatever. And then I saw them that night opening for Kiss, and yeah, I thought they were pretty good. I enjoyed them. I remember John Bon Jovi held out his microphone over the audience with the scarves hanging, and everybody just yanked the microphone into the crowd and wouldn't give it back to him, and he had to get another mic stand or whatever.
Yeah, it was to stop him from singing.
Yeah, well, nobody really knew them, but I liked them. And then after that, I got the album, got into them. I saw them a year later on the 7800 Degrees Fahrenheit tour, which I'm not a big fan of that album. Some decent songs on there, but then obviously, then came Slippery When Wet. I saw them. They played in Manchester that night, and on that tour, I met them the night before and the next day, and super cool guys, really liked them, and talked about Thin Lizzy with John Bon Jovi, which was pretty cool. And he told me that they were playing Boys Are Back in Town that night. So yeah, I mean that's when, obviously at that point everybody knew Bon Jovi. I mean, they were like, that's when obviously when they really broke big and England really took to them, and that's it. And it was just they were everywhere. You couldn't really get away from them. And also in England, people were just, it was different. It was American. We were looking for the American things. We were kind of, right, what's going on over there? I think the same way a lot of Americans look over what's going on in England and Europe. So we kind of embraced that whole music and that whole, I don't know, whatever you call it, hair metal, pop rock, whatever, that was all going crazy. And that's how I got into them. And been a fan ever since.
Would you say this is your favorite Bon Jovi album?
It's not my most listened to, let's put it that way. A lot of times I listen to a lot of music, and I make playlists on my phone. So I'll do a Bon Jovi playlist, a Lizzy playlist. I don't really listen to albums as much anymore. So, but I mean, well, you'll hear what I think of the album, but I guess if I had to pinpoint, I could only have one, probably would be this album, yeah.
Oh, interesting. All right. Chris Czynszak, give us a little feedback on this.
Yeah, so it's cool that I wind up on this episode because Ian was talking about having me on anyway, and he was like, "What do you want to do?" And I'm like, "I got to find something that you guys hate because the most entertaining ones are the ones that you guys don't like, especially Ralph, because Ralph Angry is just it's gold, podcast gold." But for me, and I want to pick something I like. And I actually had the thought of Slippery When Wet, and then Ian goes, "Oh, well, Stephen Kirsch already paid for it, so perfect. We'll just put you guys together." And I was like, "Okay, cool. Great minds think alike," because I'm also a massive Lizzy fan too. So we're kind of simpatico on that. But now for me, my brother, I love him dearly. He's a great guy, but he in our childhood he would always kind of just follow the trends. Whatever was big at the time is what he would buy the records for. So. You Give Love a Bad Name was on all over MTV at the time, and he bought the cassette tape through Columbia House of this album, and he liked it for about 3 weeks, and then he moved on to something else. So I just inherited it from him, And this was right around the time I was what, 10, 11 years old when this came out. So this was around the time that as a kid, I went from pop into rock stuff. So between Quiet Riot's, Come On Feel the Noise on MTV and Twisted Sisters videos, and then this was right around the time I really kind of got indoctrinated into hard rock music. So timeline is everything, as Ralph has said many times, and it was my age at the time. So I got into this album pretty hardcore at that time. But yeah, it was all over MTV. And but I actually fell in love with a lot of the deep tracks on this record, many of which I still like to this day, which I know I'm going to get a lot of shit for. So bring it on.
Oh yeah, we will.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I'll do mine. It's kind of similar to your story, Chris. 85 is really when I transitioned into hard rock and heavy
when you
metal.
transitioned.
Yes. When I identified.
Oh man, Ian,
Yeah.
you became more attractive to me now.
Yeah. I identified as a hard rock fan. 80. It was all about Kiss. I mean, when Asylum came out, that was a game changer, a life changer. Went back, started checking out other, hard rock and metal bands. But of course, I was, I think I'm only a year older than you, Chris. It's what was on MTV. It was all, Cinderella, Kiss, shit like that. And this came out, and when I heard You Give Love a Bad Name, I was like, okay, that's cool. I liked it. But I think the most important thing was at school, I went from being this weirdo that was listening to, stuff that wasn't, Madonna or whatever was top 40 at the time, Prince, Bruce Springsteen, stuff like that. And I'm listening to metal, and I'm buying, I've got a Kiss Asylum shirt I'm wearing to school and all this stuff. I had a Cinderella T-shirt I'm wearing to school, and I'm this weirdo that's growing out his hair. And then Bon Jovi came out, and all of a sudden the girls liked it too. So now I'm not so weird because girls like it too because this Bon Jovi kid is so goddamn cute. And bought it on cassette. I was all about it, but not as much as like the other stuff. But I think what attracted me the most is like this was something like now it's acceptable. Now I'm not a freak because other people are digging this shit. And I got into it, but I didn't listen to it as much as everything else. At this time I'm buying, Dio's Sacred Heart and Yngwie's Trilogy, and I'm buying all, like whatever's current at the time. And it is on MTV, or before even Headbangers Ball, there was Metal Mania, and now I'm buying Hit Parader, and it's what's in all that shit. But it kind of, I don't know. It was like at the bottom, but like I was part of it because I was like, yeah, see, this isn't like just freak music. Everybody can get into it, and chicks, don't be scared that I like this shit or I'm growing my hair out. But it just didn't stick with me. And I've only bought 2 Bon Jovi albums in my life, like physically bought. I bought this, and I bought New Jersey. And man, when I bought New Jersey, I was like, yeah, no, done. This is over. Because by then I'm getting into like, thrash bands, and I'm going more into the history of metal, and I'm buying, older like Iron Maiden shit, Black Sabbath and shit like that. And Bon Jovi just did not fit in with that. I mean, at that point, Bon Jovi was right there with Richard Marx. And I think that's an accurate assessment. I mean, it's about the same heaviness level. Richard Marx, Bon Jovi. Bon Jovi is not hard rock or heavy metal. It's pop music. And I got over this shit. I mean, let's put it this way. I bought the first 3 Poison albums. I only bought 2 Bon Jovi albums. That's how little I think of Bon Jovi. But I did think that this was going to be a fun review because there was like this hot minute where, okay, yeah, I think Bon Jovi, I'm into Bon Jovi. And I remember it was a big thing. God, I cannot remember who was the opening band, but it was the Slippery and Wet tour, and Bon Jovi started headlining. And there was a lot of kids from school that were going to that tour. And it wasn't Skid Row because that was like the New Jersey tour, but there was something else. I don't know if it was Tesla or somebody else.
Didn't they tour with Rat?
I don't know.
They opened for Rat.
All right.
Yeah. No, but this is like when they did a headlining tour for Slippery and Wet.
I think it was Cinderella opening that tour. I think.
Yeah,
that's
Doc
what
McGee managed them.
Yeah, that's what it might have been. But that was a big thing. Like the older kids in school, like the kids with driver's license and everything. Like everybody was going to this show at the Rosemont Horizon in Chicago, and it was a big deal. But I was, of course, I was like 12. I was too young to go. But it opened up a floodgate to where chicks were starting to get into this stuff. And if you wore a metal shirt, a chick wouldn't initially like say you're a scumbag or because you grew your hair out. Chicks loved Bon Jovi because he was like the David Cassidy of the fucking 80s. No substance, no true musical talent, but goddamn, he was cute. But the music, man, as I got more and more into metal, I'm like, this is fucking trash. This is garbage. But I still thought it would be a fun review. We'll see how my opinions changed when we get into it. But Ralph, I know you've talked a lot about how a lot of people you grew up with kind of like you either took the Bon Jovi exit or you went the metal exit. And you lost a lot of people because they went that way. So you tell us about. And I should say this: I've never heard Bon Jovi before Slippery and Wet. I didn't know In and Out of Love or anything. But my first exposure to Bon Jovi was You Give Love a Bad Name.
Yeah.
Did you know him before then?
Oh yeah, no, I saw their first tour open for the Scorpions on their first album. And just to go back for a second before I get into the Bon Jovi stuff, Bon Jovi was the catalyst of me not hanging out with all the people I used to hang out with. My friend Yai, who I'm still friends with, I still love him dearly. Me and him discovered Raven, Manowar, all this shit together. He got the first Metal Massacre with Metallica. He was all metal with me, until one day I go to his house and there was a show called Radio 1990 on the USA Network. And it was this blonde girl. I mean, she wasn't like hot, but she was attractive, interviewing John Bon Jovi. And my friend Yai goes, man, John looks better than her. And I was like, I gotta go, dude. And he was into Bon Jovi. He was already getting into that, the softer shit. And I was hanging out on the beach with the guys that liked, Merciful Fate and, Metallica and, the heavier stuff. And I stayed on the route that me and him started. He was into Manowar and Raven and all that shit. And I stayed on that path and he didn't. But anyway, all right, going back to Bon Jovi. I knew the video for Runaway. Yeah, I didn't like it, but they opened for the Scorpions and I went in to watch them. And it wasn't until I saw Van Hagar that I saw somebody that shitty. I mean, it was terrible. And he was kissing up to the Miami audience, talking about the Dolphins and shit. This was 84, so I think the Dolphins were pretty good that year. And I think they made the Super Bowl. Anyway, so I was like, oh, man, this is terrible. So, and then, my friend was telling me, nah, man, you got to hear the song Roulette off the first Bon Jovi album. So, yeah, I borrowed his album. I said, let me borrow this Bon Jovi album. So I want to hear this Roulette song. Terrible. I just didn't like it. Now, Bon Jovi came back with Rat as an opening act. I didn't go in. I was like, no, I'm staying outside, and I went and watched Rat after Bon Jovi played. Now, let me talk about. Here's the funny thing: there are 3 Bon Jovi songs I like. Thanks to the people that asked me to do these Suck versus Suck albums on my YouTube page, I discovered. Well, I discovered 2 because one I've always liked. This is off the second album, 70 Degrees Fahrenheit, and I don't know why I like it because it sounds like Bon Jovi. It's a typical Bon Jovi track, but I really like a song they have. And listen to the fucking title of this song, The Price of Love.
I love that song.
I
Love
love
it.
it. I love it, but it sounds like Bon Jovi. It doesn't sound no different, but I don't know why I liked it. I was like, wow, this is good. I like the song "If I Was Your Mother." There's another fucking
Another
title
good song.
for you. And
From Keep the
and you
Faith.
know, for my love for trannies, you can understand why I like that one. And here's the clencher. Oh, you guys are gonna love this one because this is a popular one. I love "Bed of Roses."
Oh!
Uh,
Oh!
I love that fucking song, dude. I was
Oh!
listening track by track and I'm listening to this shit. I was like, dude, this is really fucking good. Now, and dude, that sounds like a Bon Jovi song, right? If I Was Your Mother doesn't. That sounds pretty heavy actually. But yeah, that's the weird thing. But yeah, I never, after I heard that roulette thing, I gave the album back and I never looked into Bon Jovi. I heard the hits off this album and of course New Jersey and shit. And I never, I just never supported them. I never liked them. But, it's better than The Cure. There's one thing I can say.
Oh!
And better than Galactic Cowboys. No offense, Chris. And
Oh.
yeah,
I'm not in the band.
I'll give them that, but it's just not my thing, man. And I always said it, man. I mean, if can you imagine Lemmy singing these songs? You think it would have topped the charts?
Lemmy singing "Bed of Roses."
Yeah,
well, Lemmy did mention Bon Jovi in one of his songs.
yeah. Going to Brazil, right?
Angel City
Angel City, drink Bon Jovi's booze.
for
That's
free.
what he said, right? Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Drink
but
Bon Jovi's booze.
yeah, I've never been a fan, but he's a good guy. He feeds the homeless. He builds houses for people in need of.
Oh, he's a piece of shit.
Nah,
Hey,
I think as a human, he's a good guy. I think as a musician, he's a piece of shit.
hey.
Well. What I do hate about Bon Jovi though is he's done a lot of shit for charity, and I think I've mentioned this on the podcast before. There was a charity concert that was all about the victims of the Great White Fire, that concert and stuff. And Dee Snider, I believe, was setting it up. And the 2 people who turned it down was Bon Jovi and Bruce Springsteen because they said they did not want to be associated with a bunch of hair bands.
Well, that's how Bon Jovi is now, though. He doesn't.
Oh yeah.
He doesn't even want to be associated with Slippery When Wet. Really, he's got to do the hit.
Yeah. No, I know, but I thought that was so. I lost. Well, Bruce Springsteen, I at least had respect for. I had no respect for Bon Jovi. But when you say you're one of those artists, like you're all about the people and all this shit, and you turn down a charity event based on that just shows me, no, you're thinking about you, and you're thinking about your stature and what people say about you. You're not thinking about helping people. You're thinking about helping people as long as it helps you, and you're stigmata. So I lost a lot of respect for the boss, and I never had any for Bon Jovi, but yeah, fuck him for that.
No, and the boss now is selling his tickets for outrageous prices to go see him
Right.
live. So
Well, again, and like I said, I will give the boss a little bit of leeway on that because that's the thing. You signed a contract with Live Nation. Live Nation gives you set amount of money for your tour, and then Live Nation can set whatever prices they deem. But again, I mean, if you sign a contract like that, you're leaving yourself up to that.
exactly.
I mean, but I mean, Bruce Springsteen is much more. I mean, come on. you're going to get a lot more people to go see Bruce Springsteen than you are Bon Jovi. But then again, Bon Jovi is one of the rare bands from that era that can still play arenas. So what the fuck do I? Yeah. Yeah. But and which is unbelievable if you've heard any recent live footage of Bon Jovi.
I knew this was coming.
Yeah. Oh no. Oh my God. That live footage of fucking John Bon Jovi makes David Lee Roth sound like Pavarotti. I mean, it's so bad, so bad. But anyway, fuck it. Let's get into this goddamn album because this episode's got to end at some time. Stephen Kirsch, my Hebrew homeboy, why don't you take the opening track, Let It Rock?
Okay, well, first of all, it starts off with a little Jewish tinkling on the ivory. David Rashbaum, who decided to not want everyone to know he was Jewish by the next start by Slippery, decided to change his name to David Bryan, but he's a Jew and he's playing Pink Flamingo, I think it's called, on the intro, which I never actually, this song, when I first got into the album, I didn't like it. I used to skip it. I thought it was the weakest song on the album, but over the years I actually love it, and I think that intro is a really great intro. I mean, I'm not into keyboards particularly like that kind of style, but I just think it's really cool. Great song. It goes straight into pretty much what you guys probably hate about Bon Jovi, which is all the whoa-whoas and all that kind of stuff. So I would imagine you guys hate this the second that it goes into the actual song. But it's a great song. It's a great opener. And I love this song. 10 out of 10.
All right. Chris Senzak.
I kind of agree with Steven on this. I'm not really a keyboard guy, and I never have been. But for some reason, this album's kind of an exception for it. I think the keyboards work in the context of the song. I think it's a cool intro to the song. I do think the song does drag a bit. I mean, it is kind of samey once it gets into things, but it's a good album opener. It's a good way to introduce you to the band. It was kind of the entryway for me getting into gang vocals on songs, which I think is cool. But I even like it when newer. I had like 2 songs on my best of 2022 list that had gang vocals in them, and they were new songs. So, yeah, it's a dated thing, but I like it. And but no, I don't know if I'd give it 10 out of 10, maybe 8 out of 10. But Ralph, why don't you go ahead and pull your pants down and get ready to take a shit on this song?
Oh yeah, long shiny keyboard solo, intro to the build up to the epic whoa whoa song. So anthemic, so amazingly bad. It's embedded. Even John Bon Jovi agrees looking back on this. He's not proud of this shit. And I don't blame him, Terrible. I don't like it. What do you think, Ian?
Okay, well, first we got to talk about the intro. Holy shit. It's like, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 1986 Ice Capades. My God, it's horrible. But then it leads in to the best goddamn Bon Jovi song I've ever heard in my life. I love this fucking song. This makes all other Bon Jovi songs sound like shit. This is their, cattle decapitation. This is how heavy this is compared to the rest of their catalog that I've heard. But then again, I've got, Senzak talked about, and also we said timeline is everything. I'll never forget when this album was big. I went to the county fair in Kankakee County, Illinois, and I got on the tilt-a-whirl. And I was so excited because I think I was like 12 or 13. I'm dropped off at the fair. Okay, so you're there without your parents or grandparents or anything. And it's all about meeting girls and hooking up. And I get on the tilt-a-whirl, and this song starts blaring. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm looking around, and your little car is moving, and you're looking at all the girls that are there. and it kicked in, and I fucking love this song. This is the only Bon Jovi song I'll say I absolutely love this fucking song. And you talk about the gang vocals, that should be forever noted as the Twisted Sister vocals. I don't know if they invented it, but I think they perfected it. But once you get past that horrible, horrible fucking guitar intro, this song rocks and reminds me, most importantly, reminds me of 1986, 87. And anytime I hear this, I'm transported back to the fair, to just that magic in the air of a kid all alone trying, hoping you can finger bang some chick. It's like, kissing's cool, but you really want to finger bang her. This is some finger banging rock anthem right here.
What's your thing about finger banging? You always talk about finger banging chicks.
Because it's bigger than his dick.
Oh, that makes sense. Hey, I gotta tell you though, before
does my mom tell you everything?
Hey, I gotta say, I may not like this song, but I am extremely attracted to all three of you now for liking it. I'm into trannies,
Yeah, no, I love this fucking song, and and I'm ashamed to admit it, but there's just something that, like, the kid in me, like the forever 12-year-old that's just getting into hard rock, even listening to it today, it's like, God damn it, I like this song once you get past that intro. But fuck it, I'll go into the next song, which is, probably their biggest song of all time. You Give Love a Bad Name. Listening to it today, a lot of questions. How did I ever like this shit? How did this ever pass for metal? How did Steven ever get a wife?
Oh, that's fucked up, dude.
a lot of questions. And then it also makes me think, we talk about albums on the show and Ralph's like the 80s.
Yeah.
And then the 80s sucked, 70s so much better and stuff, and I'm like, yeah. I love 1970s music, not only, hard rock, but pop music. I am a 70s music, aficionado, but I feel the same way about the 80s. But the 80s, there probably is a little bit more passion because that's where I grew up. And so much stuff I love out of the 80s and so much shit I admit I give a pass to because of timeline. But listening to this song, I started thinking, maybe Ralph is right. Maybe the 80s weren't as good as I remember, because I'm listening to this, I'm like, this is shit. This is shit. Now, when it came out, I love this song. I'm not gonna sit here and deny it. I love the song. But it has, to me, absolutely no staying power. No, some shit holds up. Cream always rises to the top. To me, this is the shit when people make fun of the 80s, like Ralph often does. I get it, because this is just bloated, passe fucking garbage. But when I was 12, it was all right. But listening to it as I don't even know if I'm an adult anymore. I'm borderline an old person. This shit sucks. This shit sucks. What do you think, Ralph?
Yeah, I gotta agree with you. It's utter crap. And but I will say I hear the hooks, and I can understand how people liked this back then if they had a vagina. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, Bon Jovi got many vaginas from me.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of vagina, Steve, what do you think about this song?
Well, first of all, I'm trying to calm the rage building up inside me from your reviews, but I don't know, man. I don't know what. I don't expect you guys to like this anyway, but I just like sing-along songs, basically. To say that he's a crap songwriter and there's no talent is just mind-boggling to me. Because just because you don't like
that's
it,
true.
just because you don't like it doesn't mean to say that he's not got the talent. I mean,
look, Steven, I don't mean to cut you off here. I hear hooks. I don't think he's the worst songwriter. I'm not saying I don't like his songs, but I hear the appeal. I do hear it. So I'm just saying it's a shit song, but hey, yeah, the guy's got talent to write hooks. Okay.
It's a shit song for you. I get that.
Yeah, for me, that's what I meant.
So, and that's fine. I wouldn't think anything. I mean, listen, I listen to reviews of stuff. I check out a lot of reviews of, things that you've done. And when I'm listening along, your podcast, I'll listen to some of the songs, having not known them, and I'm just like, what the fuck are they talking about? Because it's just crap for me. So, but no, as far as this song, I mean, again, you have to remember at that time, I mean, MTV was in overdrive. These songs were all on rotation every day, everywhere you went. It was just, you could not get away from it. And at least I'm talking about in England. And again, in England, this was huge over there because it was American. So it was different for us, we weren't, it was just and when they were coming over from most American bands were, if it was Motley Crue, if it was Cinderella, whoever, we just couldn't get the tickets fast enough. We couldn't get the albums fast enough. And I know this song was just, I love this song. I love the chorus. I love the guitar solo. It's one of the first guitar solos I ever learned to play. And I just love everything about this song. I hadn't actually heard this album for a long time. And when you told me the other week we were going to do it, I actually put it on. And I forgot just how much I actually enjoyed it. And this particular song, it's one of those songs where, if let's say you're a big Journey fan and you love Don't Stop Believing, you probably don't care if you never hear Don't Stop Believing again. It's the same with this song, really. I mean, I love it when I hear it, but if I didn't hear it again, it'd be fine. But it's still a classic song. It's got mass appeal. It's great to me. It's great storytelling, it's simple, but it's great. I mean, not everything has to be, Rush or, Sabbath. I mean, it hits a certain demographic, a certain person, and it's massive. It's just got mass appeal, and I think a lot of people don't like certain bands. I'm not talking about you guys, but a lot of people don't like certain bands because of the mass appeal that they reach. And they want to have. It's like some people get mad when a band that they like suddenly gets big because they're not their band anymore. And I think Bon Jovi are massive. They've always been massive. This song is just, it's a classic Bon Jovi song. There's nothing not to like about it.
Well, in my opinion, I hated him before he was big.
Yeah. Let me ask you this, Stephen, because this is something that always kind of perplexed me, and I didn't understand, because I am a huge Anglophile. I love England. I love British culture and everything. And you're saying the Brits, kind of took to Bon Jovi, but one American band that famously didn't really translate well into England was Van Halen.
Yeah.
Can you describe like what is it that like Brits could understand about Bon Jovi, but they didn't get about Van Halen? Is it anti-Semitism? Is it because David Lee Roth is a Jew?
I think. Well, first of all, I got into Van Halen. The first thing I really knew about Van Halen was when Jump came out. I was 14. So I think a lot of it is the time period. See, all this kind of music with, I don't know, Cinderella, Dokken, Bon Jovi, Skid Row, it was all mid 80s, right? When it really broke, 85, 86, 87. And that's when that whole scene took off in England. And I feel that Van Halen were just a little bit before that for England. So I know that they opened for Black Sabbath. I can't imagine Sabbath fans at that time listening to Roth thinking, what the hell is it? That's the oddest tour that I could possibly do, So I think it's more
you think like maybe you think maybe like in the early 80s, like Britons were kind of like, they were all about the new wave of British heavy metal.
Yeah.
And Van Halen was just like too American. But if Van Halen would have came out a few years later, they would have been more receptive.
Well, Van Halen was just a completely different sound. I mean, going back, you got Maiden starting, their album came out in 80. You got Def Leppard, Saxon, all that completely different sound. I mean, it was nothing like it. That so when Van Halen breaking into that is a completely different sound. But then around 85, 86, 87, that's when even British bands like Whitesnake, very British, the early stuff, very bluesy, whatever. Then they went into the Still of the Night and that whole thing, and British bands started to take on that whole American glam rock, hair metal kind of thing. Actually, that's when I don't like the British versions of the glam rock kind of, hair metal kind of thing. Back then, it was more because everybody was trying to do it back then because Bon Jovi was so successful. Everyone was jumping.
You mean like Thunder?
Thunder were never. The first album. Don't get me started on Thunder. They're one of my favorite bands.
I know. I'm fucking with you.
They're nothing like you wouldn't. No, dude. You obviously. I mean, everyone knows Thunder with Dirty Love, and that's it. But their other albums are just whatever, different thing. But they. But I don't know. Van Halen '84 was when I got into them, and that's why. And I know you hate, Van Hagar, but that's also why they were so big. Van Hagar was so big because when was that? When was 5150? 86, right?
Yeah.
That was right slap bang in the middle of all this kind of stuff. So that's why it was so popular. I don't have a problem with Van Hagar. I'm not particularly a huge fan of them, but obviously I love the Roth era. That's just classic. But at the time, that was thing. That was, they were jumping on a bandwagon too.
Yeah, I get it. Senzak, what do you think of You Give Love a Bad Name?
Well, I mean, this is the first time that Desmond Child pops up on the album, which he will 3 more times, and he was brought in through the connection with who's that guy that sings for that band that wears makeup, Ralph?
I forgot.
Paul Stanley.
King Diamond.
Yeah. Paul Stanley of Kiss.
Yeah, I knew I'd get him to say it at some point. But no, Desmond Child was brought in because he worked with Paul Stanley on "I Was Made for Loving You," and then he connected him to Paul Stanley or to Bon Jovi, and this was one of the first songs they wrote together. But I gotta wonder how much of this song is Desmond Child and how much of it is really John and Richie. But no, I think you guys may not like it, but I agree with Steven. And you can't say the song doesn't have staying power. I mean, this song still, this song pops up in a grocery store or something, I mean, people know what it is. It's a well-crafted pop rock song. So I love the main riff on it. I love the chorus on it. Like Steven, I don't need to hear it again. I've heard it a billion times, but no, I think it's a great song.
I got to say, I agree with you though. I do agree with you guys where it's a pop catchy tune. It is. Yeah. It's just I don't like it. I just there's a lot of, catchy stuff that I don't look. I thought Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch was catchy, but I hate that shit.
Catchy like syphilis.
I hate Marky Mark, but that shit was catchy.
But you know what, guys? You guys are huge, forgetting all the controversy with Kiss, the early Kiss and whatever. What's so different between some of the Kiss? Look, you love Asylum, Ian. I mean, it's not exactly that far removed from Bon Jovi. It's what's
well, no, I will say it's heavier, but I've said all along, like to me, Kiss is not far removed from Poison at all, with the "fuck me, suck me" lyrics and the fucking easy musicality that anybody could play. I agree with that 100%.
I love Asylum. I just hate the singles. I mean, I did like All Night because it's so bad it's great, but I can't stand Tears Are Falling. I can't stand Wants to Be Lonely. But I love Secretly Cruel, and I don't hear no Bon Jovi in that or Love's a Deadly Weapon or King of the Mountain or any way you slice it.
But Bon Jovi is more in the Paul Stanley realm.
Yeah, like Tears Are Falling.
Well,
yeah,
exactly. Well, I think Bon Jovi's more in the Bryan Adams realm and Loverboy.
No, but my point is, you love Tears Are Falling. I mean, it is not that far away.
Love it.
Yeah, and I gotta agree with you, Steven. I mean, that is total Bon Jovi. Tears Are Falling. I agree with you.
Well, that's why it's crazy that Ian is so against Bon Jovi.
But better. Tears are better.
Snowbang Tango.
All right, Chris Sinzak, why don't you take "Living on a Prayer"?
It's funny that Ian brings up Loverboy. Did you guys know that Mike Reno sings backup on this song?
Nope.
Yes.
Nope,
Yes.
he does.
Well, there's the Bruce Fairburn connection.
Yeah.
Bruce Fairburn produced this, and he produced Loverboy.
And Bob Rock was an engineer on this record, so he didn't only ruin Metallica, he did this too. But no, this is we interviewed. I was lucky enough to interview, not to pull an Eddie Trunk, but we were lucky enough to interview Desmond Child a couple of years ago, and he kind of told us the story behind this song, and then played us the demo of it before he even met John and Richie. And this song is way more of a Desmond Child song than a Bon Jovi song. Most of it was already done before he met the guys, but they did a great job with it. And I also read that the guys in the band didn't want to put this on the record, but John didn't want to put this on the record. He didn't think it was good enough. And then Richie convinced him to do it. But I would say this is their signature song. And it was all over MTV. I still have memories of it being played like every hour on the hour. It's a great song. It's a incredibly catchy, well-written song. It has a good story about it, a couple trying to fight against the odds and all that stuff. And I think it's cool. I really don't have any complaints about this song. I don't need to hear it again just because it's played to fuck death. But no, I think it's great. What do you think, Steven?
Again, I love it. Same thing you said, the storyline's great. It's very shades of Springsteen in storyline and storytelling. There's no doubt that Bon Jovi's heavily influenced by Springsteen. But it's a great song. 1 billion streams it got on Spotify. He just got an award for this song. 1 billion streams. But Ian's going to say it sucks. But it's 1 billion streams. So it's a great song. I mean, again, it's everybody knows it. My fucking grandma knows the song. Everybody knows the song. I think that's what pisses people off that aren't Bon Jovi fans. That, again, it's just a brilliant song. I love the chorus in it. The video at the time, again, that was another thing. I had a VHS cassette that came out, and it was all the videos from this album, and you couldn't get away from it. I even bought the tassel leather jacket that he wore, similar in that video at the time.
Oh wow!
I know, but yeah, it's a brilliant song, and the acoustic version that they do of it is also amazing. And I think the acoustic version, people don't mention this a lot about Bon Jovi, but I think Richie Sambora has an amazing voice, way better than Bon Jovi's. And on the acoustic versions, you can really hear him. But yeah, great song. I'm sure you hate it, but brilliant song.
Yeah, I hate it. I hate this song. Remember when Talkbox was cool? I think this is what killed Peter Frampton, or at least his career. Because it's I hear Talkbox, I think Peter Frampton or fucking Aerosmith, and then you have this shit. To me, this song sounds like what John Bon Jovi's voice sounds like now. Absolutely horrible. I do see, you guys talk about a connection about Bon Jovi being inspired by Springsteen. And I get that to a point where he likes to write a lot of songs about the common man. But to me, it sounds like a little kid trying to do Bruce Springsteen or what it's so ABC and basic. It's just retarded. Living on a prayer. I hope both these kids die in this story. It's just like, this is one of those, even when this was popular, this was like, this is the song, I skipped, like, oh no, come on, play Let It Rock, or I'd rather hear You Give Love a Bad Name over this one. This to me has nothing to, it's just a pop song, but to me a very boring and pondering and silly by the numbers pop song. Does absolutely nothing for me. What do you think, Ralph?
It's catchy, like monkeypox. It's terrible. But you know what? When I listen to this song, and I was listening to today, I was like, these lyrics are like really ripped off from Top of the World from Cheap Trick. Because Top of the World, which is a far superior song, has the same kind of message, like, you know, a couple trying to make it. And she got religion and she got a God. It's on her back and it's in his job. It's the same type of lyrics that they do on this. Unfortunately, Top of the World wasn't a single, or else it would have been huge. This is Top of the World Part 2, but and I do hear the hooks. I hear the catchiness, like I hear it on Marky Mark. You know, it just does nothing for me. But I understand why it was a hit. It came out at the right time, and you know, chicks dig this shit, man. But I don't, man. I just don't like it, and I don't like you know, I don't like the woes. I hate woes, man. I can't stand woes, and there's a lot of woes in this one, and it's horrible. All right, what's the next one?
Social disease.
Social disease.
Oh, fuck this fuck. Fuck this fuck. One thing I hate more than instruments you blow into are fake instruments that you blow into. You know, it's like trying to be bad Aerosmith, but failed and makes bad Aerosmith sound somewhat okay. It's terrible. Come on, you guys can't possibly like this one.
Chris,
there's no catchiness to this either.
I like the song.
Okay, Sinzak, you go next. Defend this shit.
Look, I'm not in front of a jury here. I mean, you guys can hate it if you like. I think it's just a cool rock song. I don't like the fake horns. The keyboard horns is annoying. Because I'm always well read on this shit when I come on the show. This song actually was going to be on an Aerosmith record. It was offered to them, but John and Richie told Desmond Child that they would keep it. But it was Aerosmith almost recorded this song, and it actually does sound like an Aerosmith song to me. But I don't like the keyboard horns, but I don't know. I think it's a clever song because I had clever lyrics on it. You know, love's a social disease.
Oh!
What's wrong with it? I don't know. Go ahead.
Clever
Ian.
lyrics? Okay. All right. Holy shit. What an intro. You done already?
I don't like the intro. I never said I like that.
Oh
part.
my God. And those fucking horns are almost as bad as the lyrics. How did this make it past a demo? That's what I really don't get, man. These lyrics are fucking submaronic. I mean, oh my God. I think Steve Rochelle would turn these down and say, no, that's not tough enough for a tough song. You know, it is so bad. And what boggles my mind is, well, I guess it shouldn't boggle my mind. This album sold 12 million copies in the US alone. I will give that a pass on the strength of the singles and how good they did and how they, cross boundaries and genres and stuff like that. But Social Disease, really, I mean, this is one of the songs where I'm thinking, like, you guys, like, even the Defenders, you and Steve, I'm like, there's no way you're going to be able to, like, okay, this holds up. Or, this is a slamming track. I thought there was no way either one of you would defend this shit. It is that bad. It's that stupid that, I mean, this shit makes Poison sound like goddamn Dream Theater. Oh my God. There's no defense of this. I think maybe Stephen Kirsch has another idea, but I got a feeling even Stephen Kirsch is going to be like, this is the one where I'm like, yeah, no, pass. I don't know. What do you think, Stephen?
I do like it, but it is.
Me!
It is the weakest song on the album. There's no doubt. For me, there's no doubt about it. It's. I think it does. It's a bit cheesy, and actually, there are times when if I'm kind of flipping through the album, I will skip this song, but I do like it. So I'm not going to say I don't like it. I'll listen to it. But definitely the weakest song on the album, and I don't even think they played this live for a long or ever actually. But no, I still like it. Listen, it's still better than a lot of Kiss schlock that you like.
Well,
so,
I have to reevaluate my life now because I like this song more than the guy who bought the fringe jacket that John wore in the video.
Oh god. Well, I gotta ask Steven here though. Before we go on to the next song, give me a Kiss song you think is worse than Social Disease.
oh, that's pretty easy. Maybe let me see. Let me think of from a
Give me three Kiss songs that are worse than Social Disease. And I'm not a Kiss defender, so
Shit,
I would say
I can do it, and I love Kiss.
King of the Mountain.
Oh,
what?
I wouldn't agree with that.
I love that one.
Burn Bitch Burn maybe is another one.
What?
Murder in High Heels.
Okay.
I mean, I could go on. Anything from The Elder. I mean,
bang bang you.
Yeah, bang bang you.
My way's worse than this shit.
I mean,
I don't know.
Ladies in Waiting.
Great Expectations. I mean, come on. I mean,
Yeah, look, I agree, and I'm a big Kiss fan. Great Expectation, My Way, Burn Bitch Burn, all that shit's worse than this. But I'm not defending this song.
Really?
Yeah,
worse. Don't get me wrong. I agree. Those. Well, I love King of the Mountain, but
Ian, let me put it into perspective. Ian, let me put it into perspective. My favorite Kiss album, or at least my most listened to Kiss album, I would say, is Unmasked.
Oh God.
Yeah. So how much you want to?
Yeah. Well. I gotta say once again, Chris Czynszak is right. Being Jewish is the 10th worst thing that's wrong about you.
You know what? Unmasked is just a great pop album. That's all.
Hey, I like Unmasked more than a lot of people. I admit that. Okay.
I hate that album.
Holy shit! All right. Well, oh fuck, goddamn, I'm so I don't know what to do here. Steven, why don't you take Wanted Dead or Alive, the last song on side 1?
Again, just another classic. At the time for us, again, the video as a whole. Is this the video with like when they're touring and on the tour bus, it's black and white?
Yeah, because touring's so hard when you're a good-looking band. It's rough.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No. Again, I'm talking as a Brit. At that time, that was kind of new for us. It was for me. I didn't have. Look, I grew up listening to Lizzie and Queen and stuff like that, and there was nothing like this at the time. For me at the time, so it was new.
Well, this is something I want to point out, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut your review of the song off, but I'm good.
Yes, you do.
Yeah,
it's a brilliant song. Steve, so that's my review. But go on,
Steve. You are a major fan.
Yeah.
Of Mr. Phil Lynott and Thin Lizzy.
Yeah.
One thing I will give to, and you're a much bigger fan than I am. While I do love that band, you are a much huger fan. One thing I will give to Phil and Thin Lizzy is everything that man sang, you believed.
Yeah.
And you felt. I don't feel, even Thin Lizzy songs I don't like, I don't think are phoned in. Whether they rise to the cream or not, that man was legit and heartfelt. When he sang a ballad, it tore your fucking heart out. Mm-hmm. When he sang an epic tale, you felt like you were there.
I didn't believe Boogie Woogie Dance though when he sang that.
Oh, really? I fell for that one. But you know what I mean? You hold in such high esteem one of the man who I think is one of the greatest songwriters and storytellers of all time.
Yep.
He really is. Thin Lizzy, you just feel in your heart. Mm-hmm. And it resonates. Where this shit is so I don't buy one line of this fucking shit.
But you don't have to. You don't have to. I just like
I know, but what I'm saying is I know, but it just seems it perplexes me that because that is your favorite band, but something like this that you could, that's like, okay, I love cock rock, I love sex rock. You know, I love quintessentially what is Van Halen. I stand
love
by this all day long, that I think Van Halen created cock rock. You know, but you know that would be like saying Tough is in the same league as Van Halen.
But
Is
you,
saying Bon Jovi is.
You're
You
making
know,
a thing though. You don't have to compare everything. I love Lizzie. They're on a different planet for me, Lizzie. But Bon Jovi, I love Bon Jovi. But I'm not saying that he's the greatest lyricist or the greatest singer. I just love the songs for what they are. That's all. You know, they're not amazing musicians. They're not the greatest at what they do. I just like the songs. It doesn't have to be any deeper meaning.
Okay, my bad.
I agree with Steven, man, 100%. Man, you love it, man. Love it all you want. It's all right, man. I don't give a fuck if you like this or not. You shouldn't give a fuck if I hate it. You know what I mean?
I don't. I mean, look, you guys into thrash and all that. I like some stuff. Some of the stuff I've tried to listen to on your reviews, and I can't get past it. But that doesn't mean to say that you don't think it's amazing.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like liver. Some people like the taste of liver. Some people don't.
I feel there's a lot of elitism in rock music.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're 100% right. And I suffer.
Yes.
I suffer from it with the metal people I hang out with that hate Ghost, that hate Metallica, that hate all this shit, and Pantera. I hate it. I hear it all the fucking time. And I'm like, I never want to be like these people. So if you like Bon Jovi, more power to you. I'm not, when I bash on Bon Jovi, and here I go again, Ian. This is where me and Ian are different. I hate bands, not fans.
Oh, I hate that. I hate that shit.
Ian hates you and me, Steven. That's what he's saying.
Ian wants Sammy Hagar fans to die.
Yeah, much worse than Sammy. I mean, Sammy can't help. You're given talent or you're not.
Well, listen, Ian,
Sammy Hagar is just trying to make a buck.
Ian,
it's the people that say.
I'm going to wind you up even more, Ian. I saw Bon Jovi on the These Days tour, I think it was, with Van Halen opening for them.
Yeah, well, that was Van Hagar.
Well, no, that's appropriate. That's appropriate. Van Hagar deserved to open up for Bon Jovi.
That makes sense to me. And Van Hagar is worse than Bon Jovi. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
and
Thunder
were on that tour too.
Because at least Bon Jovi's doing the best he can. Van Halen was capable of a lot more, but they chose to settle for Sammy. But I'm sorry, I'm a gatekeeper. I guess that's what the kids call it now. I'm a gatekeeper of what's cool. But I know what's right.
Yeah.
I know what's wrong.
If you don't like Bang Tango, you're on Ian's shit list.
and one song. It's a very well written song.
And
it's a catch. Well, you're absolutely right there because I don't know any other Bang Tango songs.
Well,
I know two Bang Tango songs.
Bullshit. When I visited you in New Orleans, you had a whole shrine to Joe Lestay in your bedroom. Don't lie.
I've met that guy.
I've seen your Bang Tango tattoo next to your Lemmy.
Shut the fuck up.
Let's not forget Without You by Motley Crue.
That's a goddamn good ballad. All right. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. I have no fucking idea. Okay, somebody else take Wanted Dead or Alive.
This is going to turn into the Creatures of the Night episode all over again. Just watch.
Yeah, let's finish this before that happens.
Oh, it's not that bad.
All right. Wanted Dead or Alive.
All right. So
I'll take it.
Yeah.
It's impossible to escape this song. Even today, it's playing everywhere at supermarkets, dentist's office, elevators, glory holes. I mean, how big would this song be if Udo Dirkschneider sang it? You know, it would never hit the chart. It would ruin Accept's career. But you get this poofy hair pretty boy singing about seeing a million cocks and suck them all, and it becomes huge. That's what I think.
All right. Sinzak, take this one.
I liked it back in the day when it was new. I remember being able to impress a couple of girls by being able to play the intro part on the guitar. But this one, I never go back to this song anymore. I get its appeal to people, but I don't know. It just comes off like Bon Jovi wanting to be country, I guess, and that's why I never liked Blaze of Glory either. But Blaze of Glory Hole, that's a funny idea. No, this one doesn't do a lot. It's funny. I like Social Disease better than this song.
Well, I'm worse than you because I like Blaze of Glory better than this song. I don't mind Blaze of Glory.
Jeff Beck on the guitar solo, rest in peace.
Yeah, there you go. I will say this song is trend-setting. It made gay cowboys cool long before Brokeback Mountain.
I can't get you, Richie.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a great line, Ian. I like that one.
But I guess life on the road is even harder if your band sucks. You know, because it's just when I'm on the cover of Tiger Beat and I'm banging all these chicks, but when life is hard because I'm opening up for Rat and getting blown off the stage. Oh my God, just a horrible song. Again, well, I will say something like what Ralph said. I can see the appeal. This song is so vanilla, so like blasé, that I can see soccer moms and bargain basement bitches getting into this shit. But he hit on another important point. If an ugly man sang this song, nobody'd give a shit. But a pretty boy sang about how rough it is out on the road and on a steel horse I ride. This motherfucker probably rides a Honda Goldwing. Okay, he's not on a fucking Harley. He's on that Honda Goldwing with the headset. Oh my God! What a fucking cheesy fucking wah song. And there's been so many good songs written about life on the road and what it's like for a band. This is not one of them, but it's catchy and a pretty boy singing. I mean, if you like this, I'm not going to change your mind. If you hate it, you agree with everything I fucking said. It's fucking Wanted Dead or Alive. It is huge. Can't deny it's one of their most popular songs, but what a pizza shit. All right, I'll flip this motherfucking album over. And whoo, boy. If you thought the first side sucked, what'd you get the second one with none of the hits? Holy mastacholi. The first song is Raise Your Hands. I can't remember if this sounds like it was on Kilroy Was Here or the second Vinnie Vincent album. How can this shit be defended? What a horrible, horrible fucking retarded song. I mean, even for the mid 80s, when a lot of songs were, lyrically retarded, musically uncomplicated, this is a really, this is like, Twisted Sister would call this an underdeveloped song. This is very, very bad. I cannot stand. There's no redeeming factor to Raise Your Hands. What do you think, Ralph?
Oh, man. You know what? I used to date this girl back in the day that had this 45 of Living on a Prayer or Bad Name, one of the two. And this was the B-side. And I remember hearing this back then. I was like, God damn, man. I didn't like it back then, but hearing it today, this shit is aged like milk. It's worse than I remember, man. It's like, damn, I thought it sucked back then. This shit sounds even worse now, man. That's what I think of Raise Your Hands.
Steven.
By the way, it's in Spaceballs.
True.
This song and this album has aged like John Bon Jovi's fine wine that he produces. I love this song. It's a great song. It's a fun. Every song they do, it's a fun song. It's I love it. It just gets. It was a good live song. I mean, I've seen them live about 6 times. I've definitely seen them do this song. And
what? Wait, they did this?
I'm pretty sure I've heard this live. Like, Might have been on the Slippery tour, but it's a great live song. It's got the whole vibe for his name calling, all the different towns and cities and all that kind of stuff. And man, I don't know.
It's name calling. All you dumb fucks in the back, sing along.
You mean like I don't know, like any Kiss song, or I mean, come on, man. Everything that you're calling out Bon Jovi for can be thrown back about most bands at some point. At least of this.
Steven's got a point, man, because timeline's everything, like Chris says that I say. Dude, when I listen to Take Me from Kiss, put your hand in my pocket, grab onto my rocket, I love that shit, and it's so stupid. But
if they brought it out now, would you be like, this is ridiculous?
Yes, I would.
Right. And timeline, exactly.
Yeah, it's timeline. It's timeline.
So, all right, raise your hands. Rock. Sinzak, what do you think?
Geography rocks. It's my favorite song about city names. It's okay. This song has not aged well. When you listen to it, it sounds straight up like 1986. It's dated. It's cheesy. But at the same time, I love the main riff on it, and I never skip the song, so I like the song. But it is incredibly dated.
All right. Well, while you're right there, while you're stuck on the oven and it's hot, take the next song, Without Love.
Didn't like it then, don't like it now. I think this song's pretty bad. And I'm a ballads guy too. I usually like the ballad stuff, but this is a little too far into the pop territory for me. This could have been on the top 40 pop charts. It's not that it's a poorly crafted song. I think it fits fine for that era, but a definite skipper for me every time I've put this album on. What do you think? Right. Let me get the contrast. Steven, you like this song, right?
I love this song. Yeah. What can I tell you? I love this album, man. What am I supposed to say? It's a great song. I love it.
Oh, but that's all you got. Okay, I'll go next. Good God, is this Honeymoon Suite?
What's wrong with Honeymoon Suite?
Yeah, exactly. This makes Jonathan Cain era Journey sound like Burzum.
There's a picture.
This is horrible. This is like really bad. One thing, like when Ralph and I have done the Poison reviews. Now, granted, we take LSD when we review a Poison album. But God damn it, it's fun, and there's something to laugh at. There's like the so bad it's good element of it. This is just like really, really fucking bad, and it boggles my mind that this has sold so many fucking albums. And I can see where maybe certain songs, don't get me wrong, I can see where the hits, the singles would sell that much. But I think this would be one. I mean, I can't think, and I don't know a lot of albums that are over what in the US we call diamond. And diamond is when you sell over 10 million copies. This has sold 12 million copies. Usually there's some kind of factor that you can say, like, I get it. Okay, might not be in my wheelhouse, might not be my bag, but I can see the appeal. Track for track, this is kind of, a really good album. I don't think there's any album that's diamond that is as shitty as this. And I'm talking about you, Hysteria. I think Hysteria is better than this fucking album. And I hate that fucking shit. Yeah, really bad. What do you think, Ralph?
Well, I don't know. Some of you don't know this, obviously, because none of you brought this up while talking about this song. This year, when this album came out, Led Zeppelin was going to get back together, and they heard this song. And they go, "Oh shit, we can't better this," and and they stopped. They didn't get back together because this is the greatest song known to man. All right, I'll take the next one. I die for you. Then do it. That's my review of that one.
Oh God! All right, I'll take "I'll Die for You." The fuck is what I wrote for this. I'm gonna go on record right here, right now, in front of everybody. Poison owns Bon Jovi. Poison is a better band than Bon Jovi.
Well, they're funnier.
Yes, they're funnier. I think they write catchier songs. And if you're aiming at the bottom of the barrel, they achieve it so much better, you know. And I gotta say, Brett's a little bit better looking than Bon Jovi.
Ralph, what do you think?
You know. Yeah. Okay. CC's no Richie Sambora. You know, he's a good-looking wop with supposedly has a horse cock, but I don't know. You know, hearing shit like this, I stopped and think about it, and I'm like, Poison's better than Bon Jovi. You know, even a Poison song would be better than this. It would be there'd be like a so much. You know, it sucks so bad, but at least it's funny. You know, there would have been like a little yeah, you know, or jump the back seat, you know, take it outside. You know, they would have added something that would have elevated this song. But Bon Jovi can't do that. They're like, no, I'm John Bon Jovi and I approve this message. You know, bitch, this is I die for you. This shit sucks. It's fucking horrible. Poison for the win. A terrible song. What do you think, Stephen Kirsch?
You know I love it, and I don't. It's all in context of the album. I mean, the whole album, it's a whole timepiece. The whole 1986. This is what it was all about. But I do love this song, and I had it on.
Really?
I was listening to. Yeah, I know, shocking, right? I had it on the other day, and I'm driving around, and I'm singing at the top of my voice in the car. And yeah, it's fucking great. I don't know. You guys have this. No, Ian, I should say, has this fixation with John Bon Jovi, and like, I don't believe that they got where they are purely because of the looks. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you know, if Udo,
really?
Yeah, no, it helped because of the videos and MTV and all that, and that again, it's all to do with timeline. But he has to be a good. You know, again, I'm talking in general. The album, you keep saying, how did this album sell? There's so many monster songs on this album. And
I agree. There are some monster songs on this that I agree. You give love a bad name. Living on a Prayer, Wanted Dead or Alive. Okay, I agree. I may not like those, but much like Ralph said, I see the appeal. But when it comes to something like this, I mean, is there a song on this? I mean,
but it's filler. It's filler. There's no doubt it's filler.
You can tell me. I won't tell the rest of the audience. Is there a song on here you don't like?
Yeah, I'll edit it out.
All right, I don't know. There are songs that are not as good as others, but like any album, you know, and these last few songs, you know, this one, whatever, social, they're lesser songs compared to the others. But as a whole, I can listen to this album all the way through and just love it.
Okay, all right. I still love you.
I know you do. We shared that moment. We shared our second time together. I've seen that.
Oh my God. Sinzak, what do you think of I'll Die for You?
I think guitar wise, I think it's the best riff on the whole record. I think it's a great guitar riff. I like this song. Now lyrically, it doesn't have the razzmatazz of Bret Michaels, of course, but it's pretty good. I don't mind this song at all. I saw a cover band play it a couple of years ago, and crowd went pretty crazy. Now most of the crowd was in their 60s, but you know, let's take what we can get here. But I like it. I think now side 2 is definitely worse than side 1 on this record. So this is probably my favorite song on side 2 because for me it definitely goes downhill from here on.
Wow, you like this better than Wild in the Streets? Okay.
I have thoughts on Wild in the Streets.
All right, Chris, you're still up on the mic. Take Never Say Goodbye.
Not a great ballad. Made for high school graduations in the 80s is what it sounds like to me. I think Jostens could have sponsored this song. There's nothing special about this song, and I didn't really like it back in the day. Like I said, most of side 1 I like pretty much every song. I like a few songs on side 2, but this is not a great ballad, and I don't think it's memorable. And I'm sticking to my story. Ralph, I know you love this song.
Oh yeah, are you kidding me? This broke up Led Zeppelin again. They heard this.
John Bonham decided not to come back from the dead.
No, he said, "I'm gonna remain dead. This is too good." The token power ballad. This gives power ballads a bad name. Bad name. And and I did not know this, and I found out today. There's a video for this. Did they show this on MTV back then? I don't remember.
Yes.
I have no memory of that.
Yeah, I saw it, and boy,
it's black and white.
Yeah, John's hair is extra poofy on that video. And in this song, he says, "You lost more than that in my back seat in my car." And I'm like, dude, you're gonna throw that in a power ballad? Say that? It's like, you think about it. At the time, Doc McGee was their manager, and Doc McGee managed Motley Crue. So he was like, "Hey, you got to do sleazy stuff." Like on that second album when he's like, "In and Out of Love," he's like, "You want me to eat your what? Your dad is who?" And then Doc's like, "Hey man, you got to do something sleazy in that Never Say Goodbye." He goes, "Okay, I'll say, you want me to eat your what?" He goes, "No, you already said that. Try something else." Like, "Okay, how about you lost your virginity in the backseat of my car?" Yeah, that works. Yeah, that's my review on this one.
All right, Steven?
And this is and I like it, but it's an average ballad. They've done way better ones. Listen, Ralph, Mr. Bed of Roses fan, you can keep quiet.
Hey man, I love Bed of Roses, man. I'm ashamed. I'm super ashamed to admit that.
But I think I'll Be There For You is a way better ballad than this one.
Agreed.
But it's a good song. They were still doing.
I'll Be There For You. Is that the one where he says, "I wish I was there to see you blow the candles out of your"?
Yep, that's cake. A better song.
Yeah. Okay.
Look,
I don't know. I think this one's better. You lost the back seat.
Look, I mean, if you're talking lyrics, I mean, look, you can't be "Oh no, tears are falling." "Oh no, tears are falling."
Yeah, that shit
"Oh no,
sucks.
tears are falling."
That's hot. I feel that.
That sucks.
But no, look, it's all in context of the album. It was 1986. This was what was going on at the time, and they got to me, they got better. They got better ballads. They've done a lot of shitty ballads too, but it's okay. It's part of the album. It's not my favorite song on the album. Not every song is a 10 on this album.
Is it your least favorite on the album?
On this album?
Yeah.
No, probably Social Disease is my least favorite.
All right.
And then this one. But I still like them. They're just my least favorite on the album.
Right.
But this was, I think, pretty sure this was a hit. At least it was in England, because I definitely remember it being a single.
Yeah, I don't remember the song back. I don't remember the video. I don't think this was a single over here. It might have been, but I don't remember.
It was definitely, because it was on that VHS thing that I had. I mean, at that point, maybe it was probably the fourth single, and people have probably had enough by then, but it was definitely a single.
Okay.
Oh God. I really thought you were going to redeem yourself here, Steve, but you like this one too.
I'm way past redemption.
Yeah. What are you? Your new name is Jew Barrymore because you're a fucking girl. Oh my God.
Yeah, I'm attracted to Steven.
Oh man. Who's he kidding? I love where he talks about drinking in the beginning of the song. Is he talking about drinking a Zima? This sounds like a kid in grade school writing a song about what he thinks a a high school prom's gonna be. It's so fucking ridiculous. I mean, oh my god. Never say goodbye. Yay. Holy fuck. And you motherfuckers have the balls to make fun of Tears Are Falling.
Hey, I like Bed of Roses, so.
Yeah, exactly.
You can
You
go-
like glitter. Okay.
Yeah, I like glitter too.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. You can make fun of me. It's cool.
Yeah. You like glitter. I like Without You. I guess it all cancels out. I
Yeah,
guess
you're
we're
right.
all,
You know what?
we all deserve each other.
I apologize, Ian. You like crappy shit like I do.
Yeah. We all like crappy shit. But the one thing I will say is three of us at least have shame about it. The other one's a Jew named Steven. Um,
See,
oh
this is
my
part of
God.
the persecution that my people have been going on about for so
Yeah.
long.
Steven, aren't you glad you
Yeah,
paid for this shit?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
paid to be insulted.
Yeah. I mean, when it gets down to it, I think this is what really pisses off Kanye, is the way you defend Bon Jovi. But oh my God, just really, really bad. And it's one of those. As it came on, I didn't remember it so much by title, but when I heard it, it all came flooding back. I did remember the video. I remember this being played on the radio, and I was just like, oh, what a crock of shit. But maybe this album is saved by the last track. Maybe this is the one, but like, okay, I've been a little rough, we got a closer here. I always talk about how my favorite closer song is the one that leaves you wanting more. Like, oh, fuck, no, I got to hear this again. Maybe it'll be something like this. Or maybe it'll be Wild in the Streets. Oh, boy. Let's see. What do I got about this? This is the soundtrack of a 13-year-old being dropped off at the mall. Or maybe it's the soundtrack to a mid-season replacement teen drama on the UPN. This this is really bad. Really, really bad. And I think this is a standout track on the album in the worst possible way. This is like, God damn it. These guys could have released, an EP that would appeal to prepubescent teenage girls and done just fine. But no, they had to commit all these other atrocities. And one of these is wild in the streets. Holy fuck. I mean, honestly, you think this album couldn't get any worse? I don't know. Gun to my head, what is the worst song on this album? There is a lot of runner-ups. You got your Social Disease, you got your Raise Your Hands, your Without Love. Well, basically, you can go through the whole set list. But god damn, Wild in the Streets. Yeah. I can't believe I bought New Jersey after this. And true story. I remember the first time I heard Bad Medicine, I thought it was one of the worst songs I'd ever heard in my life. I now, to this day, there's two Bon Jovi songs I like. Let It Rock and Bad Medicine.
Bed of Roses, no?
No, not on the list. Not on the list.
Oh.
I like Bad Medicine now. I hated it when I first heard it. But it was the new Bon Jovi album. You had to buy it. So I bought it, listened to it, and it was the last Bon Jovi album I ever bought. So that ought to tell you all you need to know. Yeah, on that list was not Wild in the Streets. Chris Sinzak, what do you think of Wild in the Streets?
To me, this is the worst song on the record. I felt that way back in 1986, and I feel that way today. And my summation for this song is: this is what you get when you order a Bruce Springsteen song on Wish. It's like it's a pale imitation wannabe Bruce Springsteen song, and I think it fails on all fronts. I think it's cheesy, cringeworthy, and god awful. I think it sucks. That's my thoughts. Steven, what do you think of this song?
Well, I don't think it sucks. I do like it. It's definitely cheesy. There's no doubt about it. But it's a fun album close. It's just a fun song. It's a fun album close. It was good live. And I think one thing nobody's mentioned in here, and I'm sure I'm going to get backlash for this, but I think Sam Bora is a fantastic guitarist.
Oh, I think he's good.
He's great.
I don't think he's bad. Actually, I think he's a good guitar player.
He's a better singer than John, too.
Well, yeah, I said that earlier. He's definitely, but
I think he's good looking. I'll give you that.
Fact.
Not if you've seen him recently, but I think he's a great, and I think his solos in a lot of these songs. I think really good solos. I don't know, and he's a great riff writer. So I mean, the songs are great. I just, as you all know, I just love the songs anyway. But I wouldn't even say Bon Jovi are that different now without him, because I still like a lot of the newer Bon Jovi stuff. But they definitely miss his component, his part of the band. But I think he's playing on this album specifically. They're just memorable solos. A lot of the solos are, like songs themselves. So he saves some of the songs that maybe they're okay, but his playing really takes it up a little notch for me. But I like this song. It's an album closer. It's exactly what it's supposed to be, and it's cool. I like it.
Wild in the Street. What's up with Bon Jovi? He's always talking about when me and my boys hit the streets and shit like that. Watch out, everybody! The boys are gonna hit the streets and they're wild. They're gonna chug some Crystal Pepsi and then eat some Pop Rocks because they're rebels. This song sucks so hard that Sammy Hagar wish he wrote it. No, I don't like it. Not a fan, Steven. Steven, do you like Bed of Roses?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, and look at that. 3 against 1, Ian.
There you go. There's no accounting for taste.
Yeah.
This album was released August 18th, 1986, produced by Bruce Fairbairn. And it didn't get the original cover it was going to have. Some of you hardcore Bon Jovi fans know.
What was
it? Well, if you go on Wikipedia, you can see it. It was a very buxom woman with a wet T-shirt that said "Slippery When Wet." But after she agreed to do that, she listened to the record and didn't want to identify as gay. So they didn't use that. And the actual cover, it's a piece of black vinyl that they just sprayed wet. They sprayed it with some water and they wrote "Slippery When Wet."
It's a bag, right? It's like a plastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a garbage bag.
Yeah. And which is more fitting for the album.
I knew, and as soon as I said that, I'm like, oh, just
Here it comes.
open that right up.
But again, there's no. This is their biggest album. Again, I said 12 million just in the U.S. alone. In the U.K., it's triple platinum for 900,000 sales. And, there's like 54 people who still live in the UK. So that's saying something.
But you know what? As much as you hate them, you've got to give them kudos. They're still around. They're still doing it. They're still selling stadiums. There's got to be something there just because you don't like it. There's something going on, And I think people...
No, I agree. And that's why I hate the human race is, is they can sell out stadiums, and Motley Crue and Def Leppard can go on tour, and sell out stadiums. And in the year 2000, I saw Ronnie James Dio in a House of Blues. That's, especially, now that I'm in Seattle with my grandchildren, you look at your grandchildren and you just, you see the future and you see all the possibilities, and maybe we need to make the world a better place. And then I see shit like this and I was like, you know what, let it all die. I'm not recycling. Fuck this shit. There's no future. When shit like this appeals to the masses, I'm ready to check out. And bands that I know and love can barely sell out a fucking club. It's depressing. It is. I'm not gonna lie. It's depressing that shit like this, that people would still go to see Bon Jovi. And if anybody's seen this, and we've talked about this on the show before, if you check out the recent clips of Bon Jovi, I do actually feel bad for the guy. It was
I think there's something wrong. I really do. Like, I've seen him many times, and he's always sounded
right.
Fine. I think something is not right, for real. Like,
yeah. No, I agree. There's something wrong, but in all fairness, in all fairness, and I'm not trying to joke here, I think it's just age. I think John Bon Jovi has just reached the point to where he can't do it anymore. And I really do. Like, I watched those videos and, like, of course I wanted to hear him sound like shit, but then to hear him sound that bad, I'm like, oh God. But I mean, John Bon Jovi's in his fucking 60s. And that's the thing with a lot of these musicians. Like, I just, what we talked about in the news with Jack Russell. Okay, he cannot sing like he could when he was in his 20s and 30s. And it just happens, and it's sad, but God damn, do I want to shell out money to see that live, or would I rather just watch some YouTube shit in my house?
I got news. When you go to Bon Jovi live, everybody's singing. You can't even hear him, probably. Everybody's just singing.
Thank God for that, too.
Yeah, but it's all those big choruses. Everyone's just going along with it.
Right, but when you do hear him, I mean, even you got to admit, Steven, it's very...
No, I saw those videos. And yeah, I mean, to me, it's shocking. Do you think it's ego still making him do it, or money?
Well, it's payday, man. I mean, yeah. I wrote an article on the Decibel Geek website, and I alienated a lot of people, even some friends of mine, about it, because I was like, rock and roll fans, you're ruining the genre because you keep showing up in packing arenas for people that can't hack it on stage anymore. And Bon Jovi was one of the big ones I cited. And actually, little inside story here. I was Facebook friends with Hugh McDonald's wife. Hugh McDonald is the bass player for Bon Jovi. And Hugh lives here, and she unfriended me the day that I put that article out, and apparently was very angry at me. But I'm just like, look.
But surely she or he or whatever must see, you're not lying. I'm a huge Bon Jovi fan. I've heard those videos, seen those videos, and it's like cringeworthy. You're like, if somebody's got to tell him you're ruining.
Well, I don't blame him or Paul Stanley, who uses tapes, or anyone for getting the payday, because if you can fill up a fucking arena and make millions, more power to you. But if you're a music fan, fucking look outside your bubble, man. Find some younger people that can hack it on stage and go see them.
Yeah, but a lot of people.
Well, that's the thing.
Know that. I don't really go on you. A lot of people. Let's say you're a casual Bon Jovi fan. You go, great, they're coming out. I haven't seen them in 20 years. I'm gonna go see Bon Jovi. I'll be able to hear "Living on a Prayer." You can love my name. You don't know that you're going to see and hear him so bad.
Well, and you're right. Not everyone is as clued into where things are as we are.
I took my daughter. She'd never seen Kiss. I took her to see Kiss at Madison Square Garden. I don't know, 4 years ago, whatever. On the ever-ending world tour, ending tour, and she didn't know anything about the tapes or anything that was going on. She had a fucking great time. She just enjoyed the show and enjoyed the music.
Well, yeah, because with Kiss, it's all about the show. It's not about the music.
Yeah, but I mean, you've got diehard Kiss fans saying don't go see Kiss because Paul Stanley's using tapes and it's not the original band. Like, my daughter didn't give a shit. She went. She loves the song. She enjoyed it. She had a great time.
Yeah, but I mean, with Bon Jovi, they don't give a shit either. Like, hey, the girl from my book club's going. I'm gonna go.
Yeah, at least Bon Jovi don't use tapes.
I'll give him that.
Yeah.
Really, yeah. I had tickets to see Bon Jovi right before the pandemic. He was playing here with Bryan Adams, and I had tickets to see that show, and then they cancelled, and they've never rescheduled it. So
Well,
I
yeah,
mean,
because he knew Bryan Adams would blow him off stage.
but I don't know what his voice was like back then. But I haven't seen Bon Jovi. Last time I saw Bon Jovi, I was living in England, and I've been here 26 years.
I've never seen him live.
They're
Yeah.
great.
Well, no wonder you're such a fan. Yeah, I've never seen Bon Jovi live. So I mean, you and Ralph have that in common. You guys you guys paid hard-earned money to see Bon Jovi live.
No, I paid hard-earned money to see the Scorpions.
Oh, okay. Well, then fuck you, Steven. But it is what it is. I mean, there's no, you can't take away what an important album this is, though. I will say that. I mean, just because of the widespread appeal and the acceptance of heavy metal, it's a very, very important record.
And
Whether
also,
I like it or not.
you got to put in the factor how the record companies were back then.
Yeah.
Bon Jovi's first two albums didn't sell that well, and they gave him another chance, and it exploded. There's so many bands today that are awesome, but they release albums that don't sell that well, so they drop them before they can become big with that one album. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And a lot of people, there's always the Nirvana killed heavy metal. I so disagree with that. I think Bon Jovi killed heavy metal because what Bon Jovi did, and this is really what drives me nuts about him as a person. When they came out, they were so like, okay, yeah, we're part of this, and we're in Hit Parader, and we're this and we're that. Even though musically it had nothing to do with it, but they had the long hair, they had the looks, and it changed everything. It did. And all these bands, I don't care if you're Judas Priest, Kiss, or whatever, they all softened their sound, to be accepted like Bon Jovi. And then you had what's even worse than Bon Jovi is like fifth-rate Bon Jovis, like Tough. Prime example. A band that, okay, we dress metal, we have long hair, we have ripped jeans, but it's so far removed from Iron Maiden and Black Sabbath. And it was watered down pop music. But it was started by Bon Jovi, it was made popular by Bon Jovi, and all of the bands in the late 80s, I don't care who you were, they were influenced by Bon Jovi. Whether it was to lighten their sound or pretty boy up their looks. So you can't take away the importance of them. Like you have a thing like the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, which I don't believe in, but I acknowledge. Should a Bon Jovi be in there? Yes, I agree. Because they were so important at their time and what they did. And the acceptance of hard rock through Bon Jovi, even though they were as yet soft as baby shit, but they dressed like they were heavy.
Ian,
it is.
Ian, I'll finish on this. You should be very thankful for Bon Jovi because without them, you wouldn't have Bang Tango.
Oh man, this guy always brings it down to like I feel good about myself, like I said something very articulate, and then he says one thing that takes away everything I said. I have no credibility. Yes, Someone Like You is a great fucking song.
Someone like you.
Yeah, dig
and
it.
thank Bon Jovi for that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Without Bon Jovi, they might have been heavy.
Hey, I like Glitter and Bed of Roses.
Oh God! All right, all right.
Oh, God.
Well, there we go. All right, Stephen Kirsch, my brother, I love you. What's your pick of the week? Do you have a pick of the week this week?
Oh God! All right, yeah, sure. I'm gonna pick an album that came out, I think last year. I didn't know you were going to ask me this, but it's the first one that comes to mind, and it is the latest Thunder album. And the reason I'm saying this also, they're an amazing band. It's called Dopamine. It's a double album they brought out, and the singer actually, who's my favorite singer, Danny Bo's absolutely amazing. He had a very bad accident recently, and don't even know if he's ever going to perform again. But he had a bad head injury, so I hope he's going to be okay. But the album is fantastic. If you've never heard Thunder, you really should try them out. Don't think about Dirty Love. Think about just.
I love Dirty Love though. I like that song.
No, it's a great song, but I'm saying that's like saying you don't like Kiss because you don't like rock and roll all night. You know, there's more to it than
Right. I understand.
Or you don't like Thin Lizzy because of the boys are back in town.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But they're amazing. It's a brilliant album, brilliant voice. That's my pick of the week. Dopamine by Thunder.
Awesome. Chris and Zach.
I'm going to go with a classic from 1989. It's Bang Tango's Psycho Cafe.
Yeah, someone like you.
I'm totally kidding. No, I'll go with the what was my pick for the best album of 2022. It's a band called the New Roses and an album called Sweet Poison. Make sure you check that out. It's got a good kind of AC/DC spirit to it.
Oh, I will definitely have to check that out. All right. Well, I'll go to my pick of the week, and God, I got to laugh because you said Bang Tango, and I always go back to the time I met Joe LaSteel. What was it? Bang Tango and Faster Pussycat. And my buddy was hitting on this, and I know I've said this story in the show before, but my buddy was hitting on this waitress at the bar they were playing at, and it was a bar. It wasn't, you couldn't even call it a club. It was a bar. And he's hitting on her, and he thinks he's getting, some play, he's setting it up. And then Joe LaSteel gets off stage, and she's all about him and blows off my friend. And he's trying to get in the conversation. He's getting shut down. Finally goes, "Hey, I had a video in the 80s too, God damn it." And Joe LaSteel looked at him like, "Fuck you, motherfucker." That started dying. He still didn't get to bang the waitress. But anyway, my pick of the week is an album that I sent to all three of you that I got. And I know I got a response from, I know Steven got it. I don't know if you saw it yet.
I got it. I just haven't had a chance to open it.
I actually just ordered it.
Thank you very much.
I just ordered it.
You're very welcome. But it is the new super deluxe version of an album that's considered one of the greatest live albums of all time, Thin Lizzy's Live and Dangerous. Okay, well, I sent it to you, so you have a digital copy if you want as well. But I sent you a very high quality digital copy.
I thought Mr. X was sending that to me. I guess I got it wrong.
I mean, Mr. X sent it to you. Yeah, I've had a few PVRs here. But anyway, it is an 8 CD, 118 track version of Live and Dangerous. You have the what you know is Live and Dangerous remastered. And then all of the concerts plus another one that album was taken from. You have the full concert in Philly, in England, in Canada, and somewhere else. Anyway, it's like 9 hours of Thin Lizzy live.
Awesome.
And it is just unbelievable. Thin Lizzy is one of those bands. When I first got into them, I was a very casual fan. But now, like most, I would say, Thin Lizzy fans, it's like, oh God, I never want to hear Boys in Backward Town again. I never want to hear Cowboy Song. But this band's catalog is so deep and so amazing. I was listening to it today, right before. When I took my notes for Bon Jovi, I was like, oh, I need to wash my fucking ears. And I put on this Thin Lizzy, and I was just like, God damn, the guitars on it are so amazing. The vocals, just the storytelling of Phil Lynott is, I get why they are Stephen Kirsch's, favorite band. And I'm so glad it's them and not Bon Jovi. but just an amazing band that I think, unfortunately, most people don't look behind, or look past the songs they know off the radio. There's so much other shit to this band, and they just have their own sound. I love that. I wouldn't call them metal. Uh, they're just a great hard rock band and a great storytelling band. A band of the people. I mean, musically, I think it speaks to all of us. Lyrically, it speaks to all of us. Uh, just incredible. But the new Super Deluxe 9-hour Live and Dangerous, that is my pick of the week.
All right. Yeah, it's awesome. My pick of the week is Cheap Trick live at the Whiskey 4 CD deluxe set that came out like a couple months ago.
Yes, I have that. That's amazing.
Oh man, is it ever, man? They were so raw. It was the first album. They did a lot off in color. They did songs they've never recorded, like violins and the Bob Dylan cover of Mrs. Henry. It's amazing. And it's 4 nights, different set lists. I mean, you get some songs, repeated, but every set list is different and some new songs.
Yeah.
Offbeat things on there that's not even going to be on an album for 2 more albums. And you got Big Eyes and Hello There.
Oh, and what I love about that is, it's back in the day where bands would play multiple sets in one night. So a lot of those, it's the first set and the second set. They would have like an all age show early in the night, and then the band would come on and do the same length, sometimes, and change up the songs. But yeah, I believe it's recorded over 2 nights, but it's actually 4 separate shows.
Yeah, it's amazing. And Robin Zander still sings good today. And he uses his voice way more powerful than Bon Jovi. And he's a freak of nature. He's an exception. You can't say Robin Zander does not deliver live today like he did in 77. The guy still got that fucking
Still
voice.
does.
It's amazing. Him and Glenn Hughes are freaks of nature.
Ralph, did you ever meet him?
Yes, I met him once, and it was the only rock star I ever met that I was actually nervous. And he was giving the eye to the chick I was with. And I was like, I would consider it an honor if you banged.
I met him. I met him. They opened for Motley Crue on the Theatre of Pain tour in England. And I was in a record store, and I was with this girl. It wasn't a girlfriend, but it was just a girl that was with me. And she said to me, she was obsessed with Robin Zander, and I didn't really know them at the time. And she said, "Oh my God, he's over there." And I said, "Well, who?" And she's like, "Robin Zander." And he was in the record store going through, looking through stuff. So we went over, and she chatted to him, and I think she was trying to hook up with him. Basically, I can't remember what happened, but he was a cool dude, nice guy.
Yeah, he was super nice. I met him just once. I could have met him another time, and I was nervous. I don't know why. I don't get nervous around Dio or Ozzy or on any of these people, but man, Robin Zander and Bon Jovi are the only 2 people I'd be nervous to meet.
Yeah, no, and I got to meet Tom Peterson and Rick Nielsen, but Robin was the guy you couldn't go up to, and
Why?
not that he was. It was just kind of told to me beforehand.
Oh wow!
Don't go up to him. Don't bother him. And even Tom Peterson and Rick Nielsen came up to me. I didn't approach them. They came up to me. So it was a little bit different, but and I had some friends who were talking to him, and they're like, "No, don't go up, and I was like, "Okay, all right, whatever." But I mean, I was like, fucking 10 feet away from him, but I didn't go up and talk to him. But God damn it, I love me some Cheap Trick.
I met them all. Bunny Carlos is a prick.
Really, he was not anywhere around when I saw the rest of the band. It was everybody but him. He was still playing with them at the time, but he wasn't anywhere backstage or around in the area. I don't know if he just waited till the show and then came up. But hey, it's all right. I got to hang out with Tom and Rick, so I'm good.
I'm about to go see them. I hope Rick's there.
Yeah, I would just say check, look online and
I
stuff.
already bought my ticket.
I know they said they were going to stop doing shows without him, and
Okay.
then they said we're going to do shows without him. So they kind of go back and forth. If you see him and he's not playing, it will be Robin's son playing guitar.
And he sings down. Sings it
Yeah.
really good too.
So, but those are all awesome picks of the week. And now it's time to go into fan of the week. And fan of the week, I'm so happy to do this, and I'm so glad we have Mr. Stephen Kirsch here. And I just got to say, I mean, there's fans of the week, and there's fans of the week, and then there's fans of the week. And Stephen, you're a fan of the week.
Yeah, he's one.
I'm an OG.
Yeah, that's true. Stephen,
yeah, you are. You've been here since the beginning. You came to see me in New Orleans, a couple times. You got to hang out with Ralph. So, we know you and we know what an incredible person you are and what a great fan of the show. And I think what speaks at volumes is, what you said multiple times through the show is, we talk about shit that you're like, yeah, no, that ain't me. But I love you guys and I love this show. And that's just, to me, that speaks by, that tells me what we're really doing is that even if it's something that's out of your wheelhouse, that we can still entertain you, still make you laugh, still make you come back week after week. That we're doing something right. But more importantly, it's just awesome that Ralph and I have gotten to know you. And you are family, you are OG, and unfortunately we won't see you this year at Rockin' Pod, but I know you will be at a future Rockin' Pod, because Rockin' Pod's going to keep going on, because every fucking year it gets bigger and bigger. So again, don't fucking dilly-dally on buying those fucking tickets. But I can't wait to see you again in person, and I truly do consider you a friend. And because I have your phone number, I can text you, I can call you.
I put you on mute all the time.
Yeah, you're the real deal, and my mother thinks the world of you. It drives me nuts, but she's like,
you guys are great. I love your show, you know that, and I also love Decibel Geek as well. Chris, you do a great job.
Oh, thanks, man.
New bands, I listen to that. But no, you guys have given me years of entertainment, so I'm always happy to help out whenever I can, and great. Just keep it up.
We're funny. Laugh.
You are very funny.
That's my impression of Mark Allen Taylor.
Well, brother, we appreciate it. And, it's not only you're a fan of the show, but you put your money where the mouth is. You always donate. You always help out towards, whatever cause we're trying to do. And we're very lucky to have you as a friend and a fan. So thank you so much.
I agree with Ian.
All right, thanks, guys. I appreciate both of you.
And not only you, I love all Jews.
Well, all of them?
Every one of them, even the dickheads.
Even David Rushmore?
I don't know who that is.
David Bryan from Bon Jovi.
I liked him better when he had that palm tree on his head.
Yeah.
Sideshow Bob.
Yeah, he's about as bad as George Soros, or George, whatever his name is. We won't go into that. But no, seriously, we love you, brother. We can't wait till we meet again, and it's just a matter of time. Absolutely. And let's not be too long, because I want to hang out with you again.
I'll see you at Bon Jovi.
Well, maybe not, but after that we'll hook up. But if you enjoyed this episode, come back next week. I believe next week is going to be another fan episode.
You bet your ass.
And I want to say it's going to be a better episode.
I say, dude, every show is going to be a fan episode, because I want to get rid of this shit. Me and Ian are flipping the bill this year for Rockin' Pod.
Yeah. You guys pick such shitty albums. We're never going to do fan episodes again.
We're done. We're done. I do double duty, dude, because I got to do this shit on my YouTube channel with the shitty donations and here. It's like, come on, let's get rid of at least one of them.
Yeah, yeah, but the thing is, like, on your show, you get like new and current money. We're still paying back shit we got like 10 years ago.
Exactly. And in a way, the YouTube subscribers are flipping the bill for Rocket Pod this year.
Exactly. Exactly. But make sure, all of you, if you can, I implore you, please go to Rocket Pod, go to the Rocket Pod website, see all of the things that you can enjoy. And again, there's so much than just, seeing Ralph and I. Big part of it, and you ask anybody who went to it, we are there hanging out with you all the time. Whether we let you interview the artists with us, or you're at fucking Waffle House with us, or we're doing all your drugs and booze in our hotel room, we're available. We're there. You will get your Rock and Metal Combat podcast fix. But besides that, there is so much more.
Yeah, like Aaron's silver jacket.
Yeah. You can meet the Golden Throat, Aaron Camaro.
Yeah.
And you can meet Chris Sinzak. You can make fun of him for the Bon Jovi songs he gave him past.
Well, let's not deter people from coming. You don't have to put that in there.
Yeah, you got a point. But yeah, no, it's just a great event and a way to show your support for these podcasts that you love, for the artists that you love, and just to have a good fucking time. And anybody who's on the fence, I don't think Lee Gertzman's going this year, so you don't have to worry about that.
But Chuck Charles, man, the great Chuck Charles will be there from Poland.
There you go. Definitely show up and come back next week and every week to the Rock and Metal Combat Podcast. Right. Whoa.
Let it rock.
All right, guys. Great show.
That was fun, guys.
Everybody sounded good. A lot of fun. Looking forward to it. Chris, I can't wait to see you in March.
Yes, sir.
And little Jew boy, God damn it, you get on the heel and you come back next year, okay?
I'm going to try. I really want to be there, so I'll be there eventually, and I'll meet you, Chris, and I'll see you two idiots, and we'll have.
All right.
Rules, Bed of Roses, bitch.
All right, y'all have a great day.
All right, I love you guys. Take care.
See ya.
Take care, guys. Thank you.
All right.
Bye.